May 27th, 1942, 2100 hours. Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. My name is James Morrison. Everyone calls me Jimmy. Lieutenant Junior Grade, Fighting Squadron 3. I'm 24 years old. I'm writing this in my bunk aboard the Yorktown while the ship shakes and groans around me. The smell of welding is everywhere. Sparks shower down from the flight deck above. I can hear riveting guns echoing through the bulkheads. It sounds like a machine shop, not a warship. We're supposed to sortie at 0600 tomorrow morning. That's less than 9 hours from now. The ship took a bomb straight through the flight deck at Coral Sea 3 weeks ago. Everyone said she'd be out of action for 3 months. Minimum. The repair crews have been working around the clock for 48 hours. I watched them carrying steel plates aboard this afternoon. Some of the welders are still here. They'll probably still be working when we cast off. I got 4 hours of liberty this afternoon. Walked around Honolulu trying not to think about what's coming. Sent a letter to Sarah. Told her I'm fine. Everything's routine. Miss her terribly. Can't wait to see Iowa again. All true. Just not the whole truth. I didn't tell her that half the squadron has a bad feeling about this one. Didn't mention that the scuttlebutt says the Japanese are bringing everything they've got. 4 carriers. Maybe 5. We've got 3. The Enterprise, Hornet, and our patched-up Yorktown. The math isn't good. My hands are dirty from helping the plane captains work on my Wildcat this afternoon. Number 14. She's got 212 hours on her. The engine's been running a little rough. Magneto problem probably. Chief says she'll fly fine. I trust him. Don't have much choice. I keep thinking about Sarah. Her letter came yesterday. She's organizing war bond drives in Cedar Rapids. Raised $300 last week. She's so proud. Wrote 2 pages about it. I read it 4 times. She asked when I'm coming home. I don't know how to answer that. Lieutenant Benson bunked across from me. Good pilot, quiet guy. He's lying in his rack right now, staring at the overhead. Not reading, not sleeping, just staring. His jaw keeps clenching and unclenching. Ensign Woodward, my wingman. Everyone calls him Woody. He's in the head being sick. 3rd time tonight. Says it's something he ate. We both know it isn't. Commander Thak called a ready room meeting at 1900. CAG himself. He's our squadron commander, one of the best tactical minds in naval aviation. Everyone respects him. He told us straight. Intelligence says the Japanese are planning something big near Midway Atoll. Their objective is to draw out our carriers and destroy them. Finish what they started at Pearl Harbor. If they sink our carriers, they own the Pacific. Simple as that. But we've broken their naval code. We know they're coming. We know where. We know when. For once, we get to be the ones waiting in ambush. Thak looked tired. More tired than I've ever seen him. He said this is it. The big one. Everything we've trained for. Everything we fought for since Pearl Harbor. This is where we stop them or we don't. Then he said something I'll never forget. He looked around the ready room at all of us and he said, "Some of you won't be coming back. I wish I could promise otherwise, but we're going to make them pay for every single one of you, and we're going to win." Nobody said anything after that. My throat feels tight just thinking about it. I've been in combat before. The Marshall raids in February, Coral Sea last month. I've shot down 3 Zeros, gotten shot at more times than I can count, seen friends die. I know what it's like. But this feels different. This feels like standing on train tracks watching the headlight get bigger. I should try to sleep. We're manning planes at 0530, but every time I close my eyes I see Sarah's face. The way she looked at the train station when I left, like she was memorizing me. My dad wrote last week. Wants to know if I need anything. Said business at the hardware store is good. War economy. Everyone's buying tools, building things. Charles, my little brother, got straight A's last semester. Dad's proud. So am I. I wonder if Charles will have to fight this war too. He's only 16. Maybe it'll be over before he's old enough. Maybe I'm fooling myself. The ship's intercom just crackled. Something about the forward elevator. More repairs needed. This ship shouldn't be going to sea. Not this soon. But here we are. I'm going to try to sleep now. God willing, I'll write again tomorrow night. After we sortie. After we see what's out there. If I don't make it back. If something happens and someone reads this. Tell Sarah I thought about her every single day. Tell her I kept the picture she gave me right over my heart. Tell her I'm I'm sorry I couldn't keep my promise to come home. Tell her I loved her more than anything in this world. May 28th, 1942, 0800 hours. At sea. We're underway. Stood on the flight deck this morning and watched a wahoo disappear into the morning haze. Diamond Head looked green and peaceful in the early light, like a postcard, like nothing bad could ever happen there. I thought about December 7th, the smoke, the burning ships, the boys who never got off the Arizona. We're not coming back until this is finished, one way or another. Task Force 17, that's us, the Yorktown and her escorts, 8 destroyers, 2 cruisers. We're heading northwest to something called Point Luck. Rendezvous coordinates 32 degrees north, 173 degrees west, middle of nowhere. The Enterprise and Hornet are already out there somewhere, sailed 2 days ago. We'll link up with them in a few days. 3 carriers. That's the biggest concentration of American naval power left in the Pacific. It better be enough. The ship is still groaning. You can feel it in the deck plates. The repairs are holding, but you can tell she's wounded. Listing slightly to port. The forward elevator doesn't sit quite flush, but she's moving, making 25 knots. That's all that matters. There are still civilian repair crews aboard. Can you believe that? About 24 of them, working on the internal damage while we steam toward combat. They'll transfer off when we reach Point Luck, if we're lucky. If there's time. CIG THAC held another briefing at 0700 in the ready room. Tactical situation. We're facing the Japanese 1st Carrier Strike Force, the Kido Butai, same force that hit Pearl Harbor. 4 fleet carriers, Akagi, Kaga, Soryu, and Hiryu, plus their escorts, battleships, cruisers, destroyers. Over 100 ships total in the invasion force. They're bringing everything, and they've got the best pilots in the world. Most of them have been flying combat since 1937, China. Months and months of combat experience. Some have over 1,000 flight hours. They're not just good, they're elite. Our average pilot has maybe 300 hours. I've got 420. That makes me one of the experienced ones. THAC spent an hour going over their equipment. The Zero fighter, the Type 0 carrier fighter, A6M to give it the proper designation. It's faster than our Wildcat, climbs better, turns better, more maneuverable in every way. Their pilots can do things with that airplane that seem impossible. But, and this is important, it has no armor, no self-sealing fuel tanks. One good burst and it burns. Our Wildcats are slower, can't turn with them, but we're rugged. We've got armor plate behind the seat, self-sealing tanks, 650 caliber machine guns instead of their 220s and 230s. We can take punishment and keep flying. They can't. So the tactic is simple. Don't dogfight. Don't try to turn with them. Use boom and zoom. Dive in, make one high-speed pass. Dive away before they can react. Use our strength. Avoid their strength. Easier said than done. THAC has something else though, something new. He calls it the beam defense position. Everyone's already calling it the THAC weave. 2 planes work together. When a Zero gets on one pilot's tail, both planes turn toward each other. They cross. The Zero has to choose which plane to follow. Whichever one he picks, the other pilot is now in position to shoot him. It's brilliant. Really brilliant. We spent 2 hours on the hangar deck while THAC demonstrated with model airplanes on a table. Used little wooden Zeros and Wildcats, moving them around, showing us the geometry. It only works if you trust your wingman completely, if you stay in position, if you don't break off when things get scary. Everything depends on staying together. Woody and I practiced it in our heads, visualizing it. He'll be on my wing. I'll be on his. We cover each other. Simple as that. I hope it's that simple. Flight schedule posted. We're on Dawn Cap tomorrow. Combat Air Patrol. Circle above the task force for 2 hours, then land. Refuel, rearm, launch again. Keep fighters in the air at all times. Boring work until it isn't. The ready room feels different now, quieter. Guys aren't playing as much poker, not as much grab ass. Everyone's writing letters, reading old ones, checking equipment over and over. Woody showed me a picture of his girl, Nancy. She's pretty, blonde hair, big smile. They met at a USO dance in San Diego. He wants to marry her after the war. I showed him Sarah's picture, the one where she's on her porch in Cedar Rapids, wearing that yellow dress. Summer of 40. Before everything changed, he said she's beautiful. Said I'm lucky. I know I am. Benson still isn't talking much. He went through his pre-flight checklist 3 times this morning, just sitting in the ready room with his kneeboard, going through every single item, over and over. Like, if he checks it enough times, nothing bad can happen. I understand the feeling. My Wildcat is running better now. Chief replaced the Magneto, took her up for a test hop this afternoon. Everything's smooth. Engine sounds strong. Guns charged. Radio working. She's ready. Am I? I keep wondering what it'll be like. The real thing. Not a patrol or a raid, but a full carrier battle. Ship against ship. Plane against plane. Everything at once. I've tried to imagine it, but I can't really see it. My mind just goes blank. The ocean looks peaceful right now. Deep blue. Small white caps. Flying fish jumping away from our bow wave. Hard to believe we're steaming toward the biggest naval battle in history. Hard to believe some of us will be dead in a week. Sorry, that's morbid. But it's true and I might as well write it. I made myself eat dinner. Wasn't hungry, but you have to eat. Salisbury steak, mashed potatoes, green beans, cherry cobbler. The cooks are doing their best. Good food might be scarce soon enough. Woody couldn't finish his. Pushed it around his plate. Nobody said anything. We all understand. The ship's chaplain came through the ready room this evening. Father O'Brien, Irish guy, Boston accent. He's offering to hold mail for anyone who wants to write a last letter. He'll make sure it gets sent if anything happens. I wrote one to Sarah. Took me an hour. Kept starting over. What do you say? How do you write goodbye when you don't even know if you need to say goodbye? I told her I love her. That she's the only thing that makes any of this make sense. That when I'm scared, I think about her porch and the crickets in the evening and the way the wheat fields look in August. I told her if anything happens, she should move on, find someone good, have the life we planned, be happy. I sealed it and gave it to Father O'Brien. He didn't say anything, just nodded and squeezed my shoulder. The envelope is in his safe now. Maybe I'll get to tear it up in a few weeks and laugh about how dramatic I was. Maybe Sarah will read it and cry. I don't know which one I'm hoping for anymore. It's getting late. We're on a wartime watch schedule. 4 hours sleep, then up for cap. Better try to get some rest. The bunks are narrow. The air is hot and stale down here, but I'm so tired I could sleep anywhere. Tomorrow we keep steaming northwest, toward Point Luck, toward the Japanese, toward whatever comes next. May 30th, 1942, 2200 hours. At sea, approaching Point Luck. 2 days of steaming. 2 days of waiting. The tension just keeps building. We flew cap yesterday and today. Hours of circling above the task force, watching the ocean, watching for periscopes, watching for enemy scouts. Nothing. Just empty water and clouds. But something's coming. Everyone can feel it. The days have a rhythm now. Manning planes at dawn. Pre-flight in the dark with flashlights. Start up. Launch. Patrol. Land. Refuel. Do it again. Eat when you can. Sleep when you can. Wait. My hands don't shake anymore when I strap in. That's something. The fear's still there, but it's become familiar. Like background noise you stop hearing after a while. Woody's doing better too. Not getting sick anymore. We flew together both days. Practicing the weave. Getting the timing right. We're getting good at it. Smooth. Instinctive. He told me this morning that he's not scared anymore. Said he's made peace with it. Whatever happens, happens. I don't know if I believe him. I don't know if he believes himself, but I appreciate him saying it. Benson flew on my section both days. He's rock solid in the air, keeps perfect formation, textbook. But on the deck, he's withdrawn, barely speaks, just sits in his bunk or stands on the flight deck smoking. He wrote a long letter yesterday, saw him with it. Must have been 10 pages. To his parents, I think. Took him hours. When he finished, his hands were shaking. The ready room has become our world. We sleep there half the time. In the leather chairs. It's cooler than the berthing spaces, and you're right there if the klaxon sounds. Ag Thak spends a lot of time there too. He's always available. Answering questions, going over tactics, making sure everyone understands the plan. This afternoon, he set up models again, showed us a new scenario. What if we have to escort torpedo bombers? VT-3, our torpedo squadron. The problem is the TBD Devastator. That's the torpedo bomber we've got. It's obsolete. Everyone knows it. Slow, unarmored. Has to make a long, straight run at wave-top height to drop the torpedo, while flying at 115 miles an hour. They're sitting ducks. Our job as fighters is to protect them, keep the zeros off them long enough to make their run. Thak explained it clinically, tactically, but you could see in his eyes he knows what it means. The torpedo boys are going to take terrible casualties, and there's only so much we can do about it. I know some of the VT-3 pilots. Good guys? Lieutenant Commander Massey is their skipper. Quiet, professional. Ensign Wesley Osmus. He plays harmonica. Pretty good too. Ensign Patrick. He's from Texas. Always talking about his ranch. They know what they're flying. They know the odds. They're going anyway. That's courage. Real courage. Not the movie kind. The kind where you're terrified and you do it anyway because someone has to. Intelligence briefs keep coming. The Japanese fleet left their bases on May 26th. They're heading for Midway. Should arrive around June 4th or 5th. That's 5 or 6 days from now. We'll be waiting. The plan is simple. Let them come to us. They think we're still at Coral Sea, or in San Diego, or wherever. They don't know we're out here. When they're focused on attacking Midway, when their guard is down, we hit them. Surprise is our biggest advantage. That and the fact we broke their codes. We know their plan. They don't know we know. That's worth a lot. I keep thinking about the numbers though. 4 carriers to our 3. But it's worse than that. Each of their carriers holds more planes than ours. They've probably got over 250 carrier aircraft. We've got maybe 230, and their planes are better. Their pilots are better. But we've got home field advantage, sort of. Midway's about 1,000 miles from here. They're coming thousands of miles from Japan. Long supply lines. They're at the end of their reach. We just have to hurt them enough that they can't continue the fight. Just. As if it's simple. The weather's been good. Clear skies, calm seas, good for flying, bad for hiding. When the shooting starts, everyone will be able to see everything. I've been thinking about what it'll be like. Trying to prepare myself mentally, I imagine diving on a formation of Japanese planes, picking a target, tracking him in my gun sight, pressing the trigger, 650s hammering, seeing the hits, seeing him burn. Then I imagine a zero behind me, cannon shells hitting my wings, my tail, my cockpit, feeling the impacts, feeling the plane come apart around me. Both scenarios feel equally real. I'm not sure which one scares me more, death or killing. Sarah would hate that I'm thinking like this. She'd tell me to be positive, to have faith, to believe I'm coming home. And I do believe it. Most of the time. You have to. You can't fly combat thinking you're going to die. You'll freeze up, make mistakes, get killed. You have to believe you're coming back, even when the math says otherwise, even when you're lying in your bunk at night and the fear is so big it feels like drowning. I'm writing by flashlight. Most of the compartment is asleep. I can hear snoring. Someone's having a nightmare, mumbling, thrashing around. Nobody wakes him up. We all understand. My hands smell like hydraulic fluid and gun oil. That's the smell of the ship now. That and welding fumes and cigarette smoke and bad coffee. I could drink some coffee now, but it's too late. Need to sleep. Dawn cap again tomorrow. We should reach Point Luck by tomorrow afternoon. Meet up with Enterprise and Hornet. See the whole task force together. 3 carriers. The last line of defense between the Japanese and Hawaii. No pressure. I keep touching Sarah's picture in my shirt pocket, making sure it's there. It's getting worn at the edges from handling. The paper is soft. Her face is still clear though, still smiling. I wonder what she's doing right now. It's late morning in Iowa, Saturday. She's probably at the bond drive, or church, or writing another letter to me that I won't get for weeks. Does she know I'm about to go into battle? Can she feel it somehow? I'd give anything to talk to her, to hear her voice, to tell her I'm okay. But I can't, so I'll write instead. And hope I get the chance to mail this eventually. Hope I get the chance to see her face in person instead of in a photograph. Hope I get the chance to grow old. Tomorrow we train more, practice more. wait more. The only thing to do is stay ready, stay sharp, trust your wingman, trust your plane, trust yourself, and pray that when the moment comes, you're good enough, that you're brave enough, that you're lucky enough. June 1st, 1942, 2300 hours. Point Luck. We're all together now. 3 carriers. I saw them this afternoon and my breath caught in my throat. The Enterprise and Hornet were already at Point Luck when we arrived. The 3 flat tops in formation, screening destroyers around them. Cruisers. It looks powerful. It looks like we could take on the world, but we're still outnumbered. The Japanese have 4 carriers, maybe more, plus their invasion force, transports, battleships, cruisers, over 100 ships. We're a roadblock. A thin one. But we're all they've got. Admiral Fletcher is in overall command. He's on Yorktown. Admiral Spruance commands the Enterprise Task Force. 2 of the Navy's best. If anyone can pull this off, they can. Intelligence briefing this afternoon was detailed, specific. The Japanese plan is complex, multi-pronged, but we know all of it. They're going to hit Midway on June 4th. Dawn attack, soften up the defenses, then land troops, occupy the atoll, make it a Japanese base. But that's just the distraction. What they really want is us. Our carriers. They expect us to sortie from Pearl when Midway gets hit. They'll be waiting with their carrier force to the northwest. They'll ambush us and destroy us, except we're already here. We're the ones doing the ambushing. Midway's been reinforced. Marine air groups, B-17 bombers, PBY patrol planes. They can't stop a carrier attack, but they can hurt it. Make the Japanese use up planes, use up ordnance. While the Japanese are focused on Midway, we'll be coming from the northeast, out of the sun if we're lucky. We'll hit their carriers while their flight decks are full of planes being rearmed and refueled. That's the plan. It depends on timing, on coordination, on luck. So many things have to go right. CIG Thak was blunt about it in the ready room tonight. He said the key is the first strike. If we can catch their carriers with planes on deck, we can hurt them badly. Maybe cripple them. Maybe sink 1 or 2. But if they see us coming, if they get their fighters launched and formed up, if they hit us first. He didn't finish that sentence. Didn't have to. We're carrying more fuel and less ammunition than usual. Extended range, we need to find them, even if it means less fighting time when we get there. The F-4F Wildcat has a combat radius of about 175 miles. That's how far we can go, fight, and make it back. That's not much, not when you're searching over thousands of square miles of ocean. If we guess wrong on their position, we'll run out of fuel before we find them, splash into the ocean. That's it. Navigation is everything. Dead reckoning, following the bombers, hoping the intelligence is right about where they'll be. So much can go wrong. Woody and I talked about it tonight, standing on the flight deck, watching the sun set. The sky turned orange and pink and purple. Beautiful, peaceful. He said if he doesn't make it, he wants Nancy to know he loved her. Wants me to tell her if I get the chance. I said yes, of course. Then he asked if I wanted him to tell Sarah anything for me, and I realized I couldn't think of anything that wasn't already in that letter I gave Father O'Brien. So I just said tell her I was thinking about Iowa, about home, that it was the last thing on my mind. We shook hands. Didn't say anything else. Didn't need to. The task force is blacked out tonight. No lights except on the bridge. No smoking on deck. Radio silence. We're ghosts. Invisible. Somewhere to the northwest, the Japanese fleet is coming, steaming toward Midway, toward us. They don't know we're here. Tomorrow is June 2nd, June 3rd, then June 4th. That's when it happens. June 4th. Intelligence is certain, 3 days from now, 72 hours. That's all the time I've got left to be whoever I am right now. After that, I'll either be dead or I'll be someone different. Someone who's been through a carrier battle. There's no going back to who I was. I'm trying to memorize this feeling, this moment, before everything changes. The smell of salt air, the sound of the ocean against the hull, the feeling of the deck beneath my feet. I want to remember what it was like to stand here, to be scared but okay, to be whole, to be alive, to be James Morrison, 24 years old, from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, who loves a girl named Sarah, who wants to go home, who wants to live. I saw Benson earlier. He was sitting alone in the ready room, staring at nothing. I asked if he was okay. He looked at me like he didn't recognize me for a second. Then he said, "Yeah, Jimmy, I'm good." But he's not. I can see it. Whatever's happening in his head, it's eating him alive. I wish I knew how to help, but I don't even know how to help myself. The chaplain held services tonight. A lot of guys went. I'm not particularly religious, but I went too. Seemed like the thing to do. Father O'Brien talked about courage and duty and sacrifice, about fighting for something bigger than ourselves, about freedom and democracy and the American way of life. It's all true. It's all worth fighting for. I believe that. But right now, in the dark, on this ship, waiting for battle, it all feels abstract. What's real is the guy next to you. Your wingman, your squadron mates. That's what you're fighting for. To protect them. To not let them down. Everything else is just words. I should sleep. We're not on the dawn schedule tomorrow, but we're on alert. Condition 2. Half the squadron ready to launch on 15 minutes notice. Rotating throughout the day. My flight gear is laid out. Boots, flight suit, May West life vest, gloves, goggles, helmet, plotting board, knee pad, pencils. Everything ready to grab and go. My parachute is packed. Checked 3 times. I know it's good. But I'll probably check it again in the morning. The ship is quiet now. Just the sound of the engines, the ventilators, the ocean. I can feel us moving through the water, cutting through the darkness. Hunting. 3 carriers, maybe 200 aircraft, a few thousand men, against the best navy in the world. We have to be enough. There's nothing else. 3 more days, 72 more hours. Then we'll see what we're made of. June 2nd, 1942, 2100 hours. Point Luck. Another day of waiting. Another day of wound-up tension with nowhere to go. We're on a taut wire. Everyone. The whole task force. You can feel it. Flew cap this morning. Woody and I launched at 0600. 2 hours circling the formation. Clear skies. Unlimited visibility. Beautiful flying weather. And terrifying. Because if we can see forever, so can they. If a Japanese scout plane stumbles on us, surprise is gone. They'll know we're here. They'll either withdraw or they'll come straight for us. Either way, we lose our advantage. No contacts though, just empty ocean and scattered cumulus clouds. Landed at 0800. Refueled. Stood by on ready 5 status. Didn't launch again. The waiting is harder than flying. At least in the air you're doing something. Moving, searching, active. On deck you just sit. And think. And imagine scenarios. And try not to imagine scenarios and fail. The ready room is thick with cigarette smoke and nervous energy. Guys are playing cards, but nobody's paying attention to the game. Someone's reading the same page of a magazine over and over. Benson is cleaning his pistol. Already cleaned it twice today. C. Agthak spent time with each division today, going over tactics again, the weave, boom and zoom attacks, how to handle multiple zeros, what to do if you're alone and separated. He's calm, professional, but you can see it in his eyes. He knows what's coming. He's been doing this long enough to know that some of his pilots won't be in that ready room next week. He just doesn't know which ones. None of us do. I keep looking around and wondering, will it be Woody, Benson? Will it be me? You can't think like that, but you can't help it either. Intelligence reports keep coming. The Japanese fleet is on schedule, still heading for Midway. Multiple task forces. The carriers are in the northwest group. The invasion force is coming from the southwest. They'll converge on Midway on June 4th. PBY patrol planes from Midway are flying extended searches, long-range reconnaissance, 24-hour coverage. If the Japanese come within 700 miles of Midway, we'll know. That's the early warning system. That's what gives us time to launch our strike before they hit Midway, before they know we're here. Admiral Fletcher is being careful, cautious. We're staying about 200 miles northeast of Midway, close enough to intervene, far enough to avoid detection, smart. But it means more waiting. Weather forecast for June 4th is good. High pressure system, clear skies, light winds, perfect flying weather, perfect for everyone. I had a long conversation with Woody this afternoon. We were sitting in the shade under the island, watching the ocean, not saying much. Then he started talking about Nancy, how they met, their first date, movies, dancing, walking on the beach in San Diego, how he knew after 2 weeks that she was the one, how he proposed at Christmas, how she cried when he got orders to VF3, how she made him promise to be careful. He said he's not scared of dying, he's scared of breaking that promise, scared of what it'll do to her. I told him about Sarah, how we grew up 3 blocks apart, how I never noticed her until the summer after high school, how one day I looked up and she was beautiful and I couldn't believe I'd been so blind, how we'd sit on her porch until her mother made me leave, how she smelled like lilacs, how her laugh sounded like music, how I knew I'd marry her before I even knew how to ask, how she cried at the train station when I left for flight training, how I promised I'd come back, how I meant it. We sat quiet for a while after that, just thinking. Then Woody said, "We're going to make it, Jimmy, both of us. We're going home." I wanted to believe him. I said, "Yeah, we are." I don't know if either of us meant it, but saying it out loud felt good. The scuttlebutt is wild. Rumors everywhere. Someone heard the Japanese have 6 carriers. Someone else heard we're getting reinforcements. Someone heard Midway's already under attack. All nonsense. But rumors spread like wildfire when men are scared and bored. The truth is we don't know anything for certain. We know what intelligence tells us. We know the plan. We know our jobs. Everything else is speculation. One thing that's not speculation. The TBD devastators are slow death traps. Everyone knows it. The torpedo squadron pilots know it better than anyone. I saw Commander Massey today, VT3 skipper. He was in the passageway looking at a chart. I said hello. He looked up, smiled, said his boys were ready, said they'd do their jobs. There was something in his eyes, though. He knows. They all know. They're going to take terrible losses, and they're going anyway. That's what leadership looks like. Going first into the worst danger, knowing the odds. Going anyway. I respect that more than I can say. Ate dinner in the wardroom tonight. Meatloaf, mashed potatoes, corn, chocolate cake. The cooks are going all out. Last good meals before combat. Old Navy tradition. It tasted like sawdust in my mouth. I ate it anyway. Need the fuel. Woody didn't eat much. Neither did Benson. A lot of guys just picked at their food. Father O'Brien sat with us. Told stories about Boston. About his parish before the war. About teaching kids catechism. Normal things. Peaceful things. It helped. For a few minutes we forgot where we were. What we were waiting for. Then the klaxon sounded. General quarters drill. Everyone to battle stations. The whole ship coming alive. Sealing hatches. Manning guns. Pilots to ready room. False alarm. Drill. But it got the adrenaline going. My heart was pounding. Hands shaking. For 10 minutes I thought this was it. When they secured from general quarters, I felt exhausted. Wrung out. And it wasn't even real. What's the actual thing going to be like? I'm writing this in my bunk. Most of the squadron is in the ready room, but I needed some space. Some quiet. The berthing compartment smells like sweat and cigarettes and wet wool. The vent system isn't keeping up with the tropical heat. Everything's damp. I took out Sarah's last letter. Read it again. She wrote about spring in Iowa, about the daffodils blooming, about helping her mother plant vegetables in the Victory Garden, about rationing sugar for baking, such normal things, such impossible things, like a message from another world. I miss her so much it physically hurts, like something hollow in my chest. An ache that won't go away. I keep thinking about her porch, the swing, the way it creaks, the sound of crickets, the smell of her mother's roses, the way the streetlight makes everything look soft and golden. I can see it so clearly, I can almost touch it, but it's 9,000 miles away, across an ocean full of enemies, across a battle I might not survive. It might as well be on the moon. Tomorrow is June 3rd, the day before, the last day before everything changes. I'm going to try to sleep now. Not sure I can, but I have to try. We're on rotating alert tomorrow. Could launch any time. Need to be rested. Sharp. Ready. I touched Sarah's picture again, worn at the edges, soft from handling, her face still clear. I'm coming back to you, I whispered. I promise. I hope I can keep that promise. I hope with everything I have. But hope doesn't stop bullets. Hope doesn't make your plane faster. Hope doesn't change the odds. All you can do is fly the mission, do your job, trust your wingman, fight as hard as you can, and hope it's enough. June 3rd, 1942, 1400 hours. Point Luck. Contact. PBY patrol planes from Midway spotted the Japanese invasion force this morning. Multiple transports, cargo ships, troops, about 700 miles southwest of Midway, steaming northeast. It's starting. The whole ship went electric when the report came in. This is real. They're coming. Everything we've been waiting for, training for, dreading. It's happening. But that's just the invasion force, not the carriers. The carriers are the target. They're somewhere to the northwest, still out of range, still hidden. Admiral Fletcher is holding position, waiting. We know they're coming. We know when. We just need to know exactly where. Patience. That's what the Admiral's betting on. Let them come to us. Don't show ourselves too early. Wait for the perfect moment. Easy to say. Hard to do when every nerve is screaming to do something. Anything. I've been on edge all day. We all have. Jumping at every sound, every announcement, expecting general quarters any second. Flew morning cap, Woody and me, standard patrol. But it felt different, sharper. Like the air itself was tense. We kept our heads on swivels, watching for scouts. For anything. Nothing. Clear skies, empty ocean. But they're out there, somewhere. Getting closer. The task force is at battle stations. Condition 1. Everyone at combat positions. We rotate through. 4 hours on, 4 hours off. Sleep in our flight gear. Ready to launch on 5 minutes notice. My Wildcat spot is spotted on the flight deck. Number 14. Fully fueled. Armed. 1,200 rounds for the 650s. Everything checked and double-checked. She's ready. Question is, am I? C. Ag Thak held a final briefing at noon. Short, direct. He reminded us of the basics. Stay in your section. Follow your leader. Protect the bombers. Engage only when you have advantage. Don't be a hero. Then he looked around the ready room and said, Gentlemen, this is what we came for. Everything we've trained for. Everything we've worked for. Tomorrow we're going to hit them harder than they've ever been hit. Some of us won't be coming back, but the ones who do will have changed the course of this war. I'm proud to fly with every one of you. Nobody said anything. What is there to say? He's right. Some of us won't be back. Maybe half, maybe more. The math is brutal. But we're going anyway, because someone has to. Because if we don't stop them, who will? I'm trying not to think about specifics. Trying not to imagine my plane burning. Trying not to imagine drowning. Trying not to imagine Sarah getting the telegram. Not helping. Focus on the job. Focus on the mission. That's all you can do. Benson hasn't spoken all day. He's sitting in the ready room right now, staring at the bulkhead. His face is gray. His hands keep clenching and unclenching. I tried to talk to him, asked if he was okay. He looked right through me, said, Yeah, Jimmy, all good. He's not good. I can see it. But what can I do? We're all dealing with this our own way. Some talk, some go quiet, some pray, some clean their guns over and over. There's no right way to wait for battle. The hours are crawling by. Each minute feels like 10. I keep checking my watch. 1,400 hours, 14:05, 14:08. Time has never moved so slowly. Woody's writing another letter to Nancy. His third today. He keeps starting over, writing a few lines, crossing them out, starting again. What do you say? How do you write to someone you love when you might be dead tomorrow? I don't know. I already wrote my letter. It's with Father O'Brien, sealed, addressed, waiting. Maybe I should write another one, something different, something better. But what else is there to say? I love you. I'm sorry. I wanted to come home. Remember me. That's all that matters. Everything else is just details. Another PBY report came in an hour ago. Japanese carriers spotted, 4 of them. 240 miles northwest of Midway, steaming southeast. They're right where intelligence said they'd be. 240 miles. That's within range. Barely. We could launch now. Hit them this afternoon, but Admiral Fletcher's holding. It's risky. If we launch now, we might not find them. The intelligence could be wrong. The position could be off. We'd waste our striking power on a miss. Better to wait. Wait for dawn. Wait for them to commit to attacking Midway. Wait until we know exactly where they are. Wait. More waiting. I'm going crazy with waiting. The ocean is beautiful today. Deep blue, small white caps, flying fish, dolphins running with our bow wave earlier. It's peaceful, serene. Doesn't match what I feel inside at all. Inside, I'm coiled, tight, like a spring wound too far, ready to snap. I need to move, to do something, but there's nothing to do except wait. Woody finally finished his letter, sealed it, gave it to me, asked me to give it to Father O'Brien. He couldn't face walking there himself. I took it, walked to the chaplain's office. Father O'Brien was there. He took the letter without comment, added it to the others in his safe. There must be 50 letters in there now. 50 goodbyes, 50 just-in-case messages. How many will actually get sent? I don't want to know the answer. Came back to the ready room. Tried to read. Can't focus. The words just blur together. My mind keeps drifting. To tomorrow. To what's coming. To all the ways it could go wrong. Stop it. Stop thinking like that. Think about the mission. Think about the tactics. Think about the job. Escort the bombers. Protect them from zeros. Use the weave if you get in trouble. Boom and zoom. Don't dogfight. Watch your fuel. Basic stuff. I've done it 100 times in training. Dozens of times in combat. This is just another mission. Just another flight. Except it's not. This is the big one. This is everything. The sun is starting to get lower. We're in the tropics, so it sets fast. Soon it'll be dark. One more night, then dawn, then everything changes. I need to eat something. Need to force down some food. Can't fly on an empty stomach. But I'm not hungry. My stomach is tied in knots, throat tight. Everything inside me is clenched. I'll eat anyway, because I have to, because I need the energy, because it's what you do. Another announcement just came over the speakers. Air Department personnel report to the flight deck. They're repositioning aircraft, getting ready for tomorrow's launch. It's really happening. Hours from now we'll be manning planes, engines starting, launching into the dark, flying toward the Japanese fleet, toward 4 carriers full of zeros, toward the best pilots in the world, toward a fight that will decide everything. I should write to Sarah, one more time, even though she'll never get it in time, even though it won't matter. Or maybe it will matter. Maybe that's the only thing that matters. Telling the people you love that you love them, while you still can. Dear Sarah, I'm writing this the night before the battle. Tomorrow morning, we launch against the Japanese carrier force. By the time you read this, it'll be over, one way or another. I'm scared. I won't lie to you. I'm more scared than I've ever been, but I'm ready to do my job, ready to do my part. I keep thinking about home, about your porch, about the sound of the swing creaking, about sitting there with you until your mother called you in, about the way you looked in that yellow dress. I keep thinking about the future we planned, the house we'd buy, the kids we'd have, growing old together, all of it. I want that future, Sarah. I want it so badly it hurts. But if I don't make it back, if tomorrow doesn't go the way we hope, I want you to know that loving you was the best thing I ever did. You made every single day better. You gave me something to fight for, something to live for. If I don't come home, don't wait for me. Move on. Find someone good, someone who'll treat you right. Have the life we planned. Be happy. And sometimes, when you're sitting on that porch with your kids, tell them about the boy who loved you, the pilot who fought in the war. Tell them he was thinking about them, about Iowa, about home. Tell them that's what he was fighting for. I love you, Sarah. Forever. Jimmy. I folded it. Put it with my things. Maybe I'll give it to Father O'Brien. Maybe I'll tear it up tomorrow night and laugh about being dramatic. We'll see. The ship is quieter now. Evening. Most guys are trying to rest, trying to sleep, preparing for tomorrow. I should too. Should try to get some rest. It's going to be a long day. But I'm too wound up. Too wired. Every sound makes me jump. Every announcement makes my heart race. One more night. Then we'll see what we're made of. Then we'll find out if all the training, all the preparation, all the waiting was enough. Then we'll learn what courage really costs. I'm ready as I'll ever be. My plane is ready. My wingman is ready. My squadron is ready. Tomorrow we fly. Tomorrow we fight. Tomorrow we find out if we're good enough. God help us all. June 3rd, 1942, 2300 hours. Point Luck. Can't sleep. Nobody can. The ready room is full of guys just sitting, staring, smoking, waiting for dawn. It's 11 o'clock at night, 7 hours until we man planes, 7 hours until this starts. Feels like 7 years. The task force is running dark. Total blackout. No lights anywhere except on the bridge. We're invisible. Ghosts in the night, moving through the darkness toward our launch point. The Japanese don't know we're here. That's our ace. Surprise. But it only works once. As soon as we launch, as soon as their radar picks us up or their scouts spot us, it's over. Then it's a straight up fight. Then we find out if we're good enough. I've checked my gear 5 times. Flight suit, Mae West, gloves, goggles, helmet, pistol, plotting board, pencils, everything's ready. Everything's been ready for hours. But I keep checking. Gives me something to do, something to focus on besides the fear, and I am afraid, terrified. My hands shake when I hold them up. My heart won't slow down. My mouth is dry no matter how much water I drink. Is this normal? Is everyone this scared, or is it just me? I look around the ready room, at the other faces. Some are calm, Benson's face is blank, like he's not there anymore, like he's already left his body behind. Woody looks sick, pale, sweating. He catches me looking and tries to smile. It doesn't reach his eyes. Others are playing cards, mechanical, not really paying attention, just going through motions. Something to do with their hands. C. Ag Thak is at the front of the ready room, going over charts, positions, distances. He looks up occasionally, makes eye contact with his pilots, nods, like he's saying, I see you, I'm here, we'll get through this. I hope he's right. The plan for tomorrow is this. Launch at 0430. Pre-dawn. We'll be in the air before the sun comes up. That gives us twilight to form up, to head toward the enemy position. The bombers go first, SPD Dauntless dive bombers, then the torpedo squadron, then us, fighters, escorts. We follow the bombers, protect them, keep the zeros off them, let them do their job. If everything goes right, we'll catch the Japanese carriers with planes on deck, refueling, rearming, vulnerable. The bombers will dive. The torpedo planes will make their runs, will keep their fighters busy, if everything goes right. But what if it doesn't? What if they see us coming? What if their combat air patrol is up and waiting? What if they hit us first? Stop thinking like that. Focus on the mission. One step at a time, launch, form up, find the enemy, engage, come home. Simple. Except nothing about this is simple. I walked up to the flight deck an hour ago, needed air, needed space, needed to see the sky. It's a beautiful night, clear, stars everywhere, the Milky Way like a river of light. The ocean is black, just barely visible. The white wakes of our escorts, the sound of water against the hull. My Wildcat was there. Number 14, spotted near the stern, ready, waiting. I put my hand on the fuselage. The metal was cool, damp from the sea air, solid, real. This is the machine I'm trusting my life to. This collection of aluminum and rivets and fabric and wires. This airplane that's been in service for 2 years. That's flown hundreds of hours. That's taken battle damage and kept flying. She's tough. Grumman Iron Works. They build them strong. I hope she's strong enough for what's coming. A plane captain was doing final checks. Young kid. Maybe 19. He saw me and came over. Asked if I was her pilot. I said yes. He said she was ready. Said he'd checked everything twice. Said she'd bring me home. I thanked him. Shook his hand. His name is Jenkins. Seaman Second Class Jenkins. He takes care of my plane. Makes sure she's perfect. Makes sure I have every advantage. If I die tomorrow, it won't be because Jenkins didn't do his job. That's the thing about carriers. Everyone depends on everyone else. The pilots get the glory, but we don't fly without the plane captains, the ordnance men, the fuel crews, the cooks, the damage control parties, the engineers keeping the ship running, the radio men, the signal men, the lookouts, thousands of men, all doing their jobs, all depending on each other. If we win tomorrow, it won't be because of any one person. It'll be because everyone did their part. I hope I can do mine. Came back to the ready room. Woody was waiting. He wanted to talk. We went to a quiet corner. He said he was scared, said he'd been lying before, said he was terrified of dying, of burning, of drowning, of letting everyone down. I told him I was scared too, that everyone was, that being scared doesn't make you a coward, it makes you human. He asked me if I thought we'd make it, both of us, home, alive. I wanted to say yes, wanted to promise, but I couldn't lie to him, not now, not before battle. So I said I didn't know, said I hoped so, said we'd do everything we could, said we'd watch each other's backs, said that was all we could do. He nodded, said okay, said that was enough. We sat quiet for a while, just being there, just being together, brothers, wingmen, friends. Then he said, Jimmy, if I don't make it, if something happens, tell Nancy I was thinking about her. Tell her I loved her. Tell her it didn't hurt. Even if it did, he meant. Even if it hurt like hell. Tell her it was quick. Tell her I didn't suffer. I said I would. Then I asked him to do the same for Sarah. If I was the one who didn't come back. He said of course. Said he'd make sure she knew. We shook hands. Held on for a moment. Then let go. What else is there to say? What else is there to do? We've said our goodbyes, made our peace, as much as anyone can. Now we wait for dawn. Father O'Brien came through an hour ago, offering prayers, last rites if anyone wanted them. Several guys took him up on it. I didn't. Not sure why. Maybe I'm not ready to admit I might die tomorrow. Maybe I'm still holding on to hope. Or maybe I'm just stubborn. The ship's clock just chimed. 11:30, 6 hours until we man planes, 6 hours until the rest of my life, however long that is. I should try to sleep, should lie down, close my eyes, rest. But every time I close my eyes, I see flames, I see zeros. I see the ocean rushing up. I see Sarah getting that telegram. So I keep them open, sit here in the ready room with the others, in the harsh light and cigarette smoke, waiting. The intercom crackles occasionally. Announcements, course changes, watch changes, the normal business of running a carrier. As if tomorrow is just another day. As if everything isn't about to change. I keep thinking about all the things I'll miss if I die tomorrow. I'll never see Sarah again, never hold her, never kiss her, never marry her, never have kids with her, never grow old with her. I'll never see Iowa again, never sit on her porch, never smell lilacs, never hear crickets in the evening, never see wheat fields in summer. I'll never see my brothers again, never shake my dad's hand, never hug my mom, never go home. I'll be 24 forever. That's it. That's all I get. 24 years. If tomorrow goes wrong, it's not enough. It's nowhere near enough. But it's what I've got, and if that's all there is, I need to make it count. Need to make tomorrow count. Need to do my job. Protect the bombers. Fight the zeros. Come home if I can. But even if I can't, make sure the mission succeeds. Make sure the sacrifice means something. That's all any of us can do. Make it mean something. Benson just got up, walked out, didn't say anything. His face was gray. His eyes were empty. I'm worried about him. Really worried. He's not okay. Not even close. But what can I do? We all have to face this our own way. All I can do is fly my mission, watch his back in the air, hope he holds together long enough to get through it, hope we all hold together. The hours are crawling, 1200 hours, midnight, 4.5 hours left. Time has never moved so slowly, never felt so heavy. I touch Sarah's picture again, worn soft, edges fraying. Her face looking back at me, smiling. Happy. From before. Before the war, before everything changed. I want to see that smile in person again. Want to see her happy. Want to make her happy. I'm going to try, Sarah. I promise. I'm going to fly smart. Fight hard. Come back to you. I'm going to try. That's all I can promise. That I'll try. That I won't give up. That I'll fight for every second, every breath, every chance to make it home, to make it back to you. Just a few more hours now. Then we'll see. Then we'll know. God, I'm scared. More scared than I've ever been. More scared than I thought possible. But I'm ready too. Ready to do this. Ready to face it. Whatever comes. Ready to be brave enough, strong enough, good enough. Ready to fly into hell and back. If I can. Please God, let me be good enough. Let me come home. June 4th, 1942, 0400 hours. Ready room. USS Yorktown. This is it. Man aircraft in 30 minutes, launch in 1 hour. The sun's not even up yet. I'm writing this fast. Last entry before we go. Maybe last entry ever. Don't know. Can't think about that. General quarters sounded at 0300. The whole ship came alive. Everyone to battle stations. The klaxon wailing, feet pounding on ladders, hatches slamming, the organized chaos of a carrier going to war. We've been in the ready room since then. Final briefing from Siag Thak. Enemy position confirmed. 4 Japanese carriers 240 miles northwest of Midway, heading southeast. They're planning to hit Midway at dawn. We're planning to hit them first. We launch in the dark, form up in twilight, attack at first light, catch them with their guard down, with planes on deck, vulnerable. That's the theory. The plan is this. I'm section leader, 3rd Division. Woody's my wingman. We're part of the fighter escort for Bombing 3 and Torpedo 3. 20 Wildcats total, 17 dive bombers, 12 torpedo bombers. Our striking force. Enterprise and Hornet are launching too. Separate attacks, separate approaches, more chances to find them, more chances to hit them. We take off first, climb to Angels 15, circle until everyone's formed up, then head northwest on the bomber's course. Stay with them. Protect them. That's our job. Keep the Zeros off them long enough for them to make their attacks. Simple mission, not easy, never easy, but simple. Siag Thak looked each of us in the eye, told us he's proud of us, told us to fly smart, watch our fuel, watch our wingmen, come home. Some of us won't. He didn't say it, but we all know it. Statistics don't lie. We're going against the best. Some of us won't come back. I can't think about that. Have to focus. One step at a time. Man the plane. Start up. Launch. Form up. Fly the mission. That's all. Just the next step. Then the next. Then the next. Don't think about what comes after. Don't think about burning. Don't think about drowning. Don't think about Sarah. About home. About dying. Just fly. Woody looks bad. Pale. Sweating. But he's strapped in his gear. Ready. He'll do his job. I know he will. We've trained for this. We're ready. Benson is sitting in the corner, fully dressed, staring at nothing. Haven't heard him speak in 2 hours. His hands are shaking. His breathing is shallow. I'm worried about him. Really worried. But there's nothing I can do. We're all going. All of us. Ready or not. My hands won't stop shaking either. Heart pounding so hard I can feel it in my throat. Sweat running down my back despite the cool morning air. Mouth dry. Throat tight. Scared. So scared I can barely breathe. But ready. I'm ready. I have to be ready. No choice now. The mission is set. The dice are thrown. All we can do is see where they land. I can hear boots on the flight deck above. The plane captains are doing final checks. Fuel. Ordnance. Everything. Jenkins is up there with my bird. Number 14. Making sure she's perfect. Making sure I've got every chance. Don't let me down, old girl. Not today. Not now. The ship is turning. I can feel it. Turning into the wind for launch. The engines are thrumming. Deep vibration through the deck. Power. Strength. This ship has taken so much damage and she's still fighting. Still sailing. Still launching planes. If Yorktown can keep fighting, so can I. Siag Thak just stood up. Time. It's time. Pilots, man your aircraft. This is it. I'm closing this now. Leaving it in my bunk. If I don't come back, if something happens, someone will find it. Send it home. Maybe Sarah will read it someday. Maybe she'll understand. I love you, Sarah, more than anything, more than life. You're what I'm fighting for. You're what makes this worth it. Coming home to you. That's all I want. All I need. If I don't make it, remember me. Remember us. Remember that I loved you. But I'm coming back. I swear it. I'm coming back. Time to go. Time to fly. Time to fight. God be with us. June 4th, 1942, 1200 hours. USS Enterprise Ready Room. I'm alive. I'm alive and I can barely believe it. I'm not on Yorktown anymore. I'm on the Enterprise. Long story. Can barely think straight. Can barely hold the pen. My hands won't stop shaking. Let me start from the beginning. From this morning. From the launch. We manned planes at 0430. Still dark. Stars overhead. The flight deck lit by dim red lights. I climbed into number 14's cockpit. Strapped in. 5-point harness. Tight. Secure. Jenkins checked everything. Gave me thumbs up. Good to go. Engine start. The R-1830 coughed, caught, roared, the whole plane shaking, smell of exhaust, hot oil, the sound of 18 Wildcats starting up, deafening, launch sequence, green light, full throttle, release brakes, rolling, accelerating, flight deck lights blurring past, the bow, the edge, the drop, then the engines pulling, climbing, flying, off the deck at 0445, still dark but getting lighter, twilight. That gray time between night and day, I circled, climbed, watched other planes launch, Wildcat after Wildcat, then the dive bombers, SBDs, then the torpedo planes, TBDs, slow, heavy, lumbering into the air, 30 minutes to form up, everyone together, fighters high, bombers in the middle, torpedo planes low, a formation of 49 aircraft, heading northwest, toward the enemy. The sun came up behind us, red and gold, beautiful. The ocean turned blue, visibility unlimited. You could see forever, and that's the problem. If we could see forever, so could they. We flew for an hour and half, following the bombers. They had the navigation equipment. We just followed. Woody on my wing, perfect position, Benson on the other side, third section behind us. Radio discipline was terrible. Everyone talking, asking questions, getting nervous. The bombers arguing about course, about position, about where the enemy was. My fuel gauge was dropping. Steady, relentless. We launched with full tanks, but combat radius is only 175 miles. Round trip 350. We were pushing it. Really pushing it. Where were they? Intelligence said 240 miles. We'd flown that. Flown more. Nothing. Just empty ocean. Scattered clouds. Had they moved? Changed course? Was the intelligence wrong? The bomber leader broke radio silence. Arguing with his navigator. They were lost. Admit it or not, they were lost. Then someone saw them. I don't remember who. Someone shouted, "Tally-ho, carriers below, 11 o'clock. I looked, and there they were. 4 Japanese carriers, in a box formation, white wakes, gray decks, planes on deck, lots of planes, zeros circling above like angry wasps. We'd found them. Or they'd found us. Hard to say which. The bombers started their dives. We stayed high, providing cover, watching for the zeros. They came. Oh God, they came. Dozens of them. Climbing toward us. Fast. Aggressive. The best pilots in the world. Combat air patrol. We'd caught them with planes on deck, but they had fighters up. Defending. And they were good. So good. The fight started fast. Suddenly, 1 second flying formation. Next second, all hell broke loose. Zeros everywhere. Tracers crossing the sky, planes rolling, diving, climbing, spinning. I picked a target. Zero climbing toward the bombers. Rolled. Dove. Came down on his 6. He didn't see me. Too focused on the bombers. I closed. 300 yards, 200, 100. My finger on the trigger. His fuselage filling my sight. Pressed the trigger. 650s hammered. The whole plane shaking, tracers reaching out, hitting. I saw pieces fly off his wing, his canopy, smoke. He rolled. Dove. Trailing fire. Hit the water. Gone. First kill. No time to think about it. Another zero on Woody. I shouted warning. Brake left! Brake left! We executed the weave. Woody turned toward me. I turned toward him. We crossed. The zero tried to follow Woody. Couldn't decide. Hesitated. I was on him. Short burst. 50 yards, point blank. Hits all over his fuselage. Cockpit. Engine. He exploded. Just came apart in midair. Fire. Debris. Gone. Second kill. My heart was pounding. Tunnel vision. Time distorting. Everything happening too fast and too slow at the same time. More zeros. So many. Where were they all coming from? Benson was gone. I looked for him. Couldn't find him. His section scattered. Lost. The radio was chaos. Screaming. Shouting. Calls for help. I'm hit. I'm hit. Below us. Way below. The torpedo squadron. VT-3. Making their runs. I watched, helpless, too high, too far, too engaged with zeros. I watched them die. The TBDs flew straight, level, wave top height, 115 miles per hour, slow, so slow. The zeros swarmed them, diving, firing. The TBDs had no chance, no speed, no armor, no way to maneuver. One after another they fell. Explosions, splashes, fire on the water. I saw Commander Massey's plane hit, saw it cartwheel into the ocean, gone. I saw Ensign Patrick's plane burning, trying to keep flying, trailing fire like a comet. It hit the water and disappeared. One by one they died. All of them. I watched the whole squadron get slaughtered, and I couldn't do anything. I was fighting my own battle, fighting to stay alive, fighting to keep the zeros off the dive bombers. I don't know if any of the torpedo planes got their fish off. I don't know if any torpedoes hit. I was too busy, too far, too everything. But I know this. VT3 is gone. Maybe one or two survivors. Maybe none. 12 planes, 36 men, gone. And I watched it happen. The fight went on. How long? 10 minutes? 20? Time meant nothing. Just targets and threats and tracers and radio calls and checking fuel and turning and diving and trying not to die. A zero got on my tail. I felt rounds hitting my airplane. Thunk, thunk, metal tearing. Controls sluggish. I shouted for Woody. He was there, always there. He scissored, cut across. The zero followed him. I rolled hard, came around, got the shot, fired, hit his engine, smoke, fire. He rolled inverted and dove into the ocean. Third kill. My fuel gauge was deep in the red. Bingo. Past bingo. I had to go. Had to break off. Didn't want to. Felt like abandoning the bombers. But no choice. No fuel means swimming. Means dead. I called it. Section leader breaking off. RTB. Return to base. Except which base? Yorktown was 200 miles away, with fuel this low, with damage. Could I make it? I turned southeast. Woody formed up on me. His plane looked okay. Mine felt wounded, heavy, something wrong with the tail. The flight back was the longest of my life. Watching the fuel gauge. Watching the ocean. Praying. The engine sounded rough. Coughing. I thought it would quit any second. Behind us, smoke on the horizon. Black pillars. The Japanese carriers were burning. The dive bombers had hit them hard. 3 carriers, maybe all 4, burning, exploding. We'd done it. We'd actually done it, but at such a cost. I flew on, fuel gauge showing empty, running on fumes, the engine missing, rough. Any second now it'll quit. Any second. Then I saw ships. Our ships. Task force. 3 carriers. But which one was mine? Couldn't tell from distance. Didn't matter. Had to land. Anywhere. Now. Headed for the nearest one. Called the tower. Wildcat 014 declaring emergency. Fuel critical. Request immediate landing. Roger 014. You're cleared for immediate trap. Deck clear. I came around, set up approach, gear down, hook down, wings level. On speed, focused. The deck was rushing up. Not Yorktown, Enterprise, different island, different markings, didn't care. I hit the deck hard, too hard, caught the 3-wire, hauled forward, stopped. I'd made it. Cut the engine. It quit. Fuel exhausted. Literally empty. Another 30 seconds and I'd have been swimming. I sat there. Couldn't move. Hands frozen on the stick. Heart pounding. Couldn't breathe. Ground crew ran up. Unstrapped me. Helped me out. My legs barely worked. I stumbled. Someone caught me. Led me away. Woody landed right behind me. He was okay. Shaken, but okay. We stood on Enterprise's flight deck and watched. Other Yorktown planes landing. Some shot up, some smoking, some barely flying. Not all of them made it. Some ran out of fuel short of the fleet. Ditched. Some were too damaged to land. Crashed. I saw one Wildcat come in too low. Hit the ramp. Exploded. The pilot never had a chance. One of ours. Don't know who. Face gone. Just like that. Later. Midday. That's now. I'm in Enterprise Ready Room. Not mine. Temporary. They brought us coffee. Sandwiches. I can't eat. The reports are coming in. The battle's not over. Yorktown got hit. Japanese counterattack from the 4th carrier. Hear you. She survived our strike. She sent her planes against Yorktown. 3 bomb hits. Direct hits. Flight deck. Fires. Dead and wounded. Yorktown dead in the water. Listing, smoking. My ship. My home. Dying. But she's not sunk. Not yet. Damage control is fighting. The fires are under control. Maybe she can be saved. The other news is better. All 4 Japanese carriers destroyed. Akagi, Kaga, Soryu, Hiryu, all of them burning, sinking, going down. We won. We actually won. 4 carriers to 1. We won. But the God, the cost. VT3 gone. VT8 from Hornet gone. 15 TBDs from Hornet. Not one came back. 30 men dead. Only 1 survivor. Ensign Gay. Floating in the water. Watching the battle. Alone. VF3 lost 3 pilots. Don't know who yet. Haven't seen the list. Don't want to see the list. Benson. Where's Benson? Haven't seen him since the fight started. His plane never landed. Enterprise or Yorktown or Hornet. Never saw him go down. Just gone. Woody's here, sitting across from me, staring at nothing. He hasn't spoken in an hour. Just sits. Stares. I keep seeing VT3 dying. Keep seeing them burn. Keep seeing them hit the water. Over and over. Every time I close my eyes, they were talking to me. On the radio. Calling for help. Fighters. Where are the fighters? And I couldn't help them. I was fighting zeros. I was fighting to stay alive. I couldn't help them. They died calling for me, for us, and we couldn't save them. I killed 3 zeros, maybe 4. Hard to remember. Does it matter? The torpedo boys are still dead. The best I did wasn't good enough. Nothing was enough. A doctor came through, gave us something, pills, medicinal whiskey, said it'll help with the shock. With the adrenaline crash, I don't feel anything. Numb, empty, like I'm wrapped in cotton, like nothing's real. I should feel something. Victory, grief, fear, pride, something. But there's just nothing, just hollow, just tired. So tired I could sleep for a week. But when I close my eyes, I see them dying. So I keep them open. The ship's intercom announced an hour ago. American dive bombers found Hiryu, the 4th Japanese carrier, the one that hit Yorktown. They bombed her. Multiple hits. She's burning too, dead in the water. All 4 Japanese carriers destroyed. It's over. The carrier battle is over. We won. Why doesn't it feel like winning? Woody just spoke. First words in an hour. He said, "We're alive, Jimmy. We made it." Yeah, we did. Against all odds. Against everything. We made it. So why do I feel guilty? Why do I feel like I should be dead too? Like I should have died with VT3? With the torpedo boys who called for help I couldn't give? Survivor's guilt. That's what they call it. When you live and better men die. When you can't understand why. I don't understand. Don't know why I lived. Why Woody lived. Why Benson didn't. Don't know if I deserve to live when they don't. I need to stop writing. Need to rest. Need to process. Can't process. Can't make sense of it. We won. We won the battle. Maybe won the war. Destroyed their striking power. Changed the course of the Pacific. We won. But I can't stop seeing them die. Can't stop hearing them call for help. Can't stop the shaking in my hands. Can't stop at all. June 4th, 1942, 2300 hours. USS Enterprise, evening. The day of the battle. It's been 12 hours since I landed. Feels like 12 years. I finally saw the casualty lists. VF3 lost 3 pilots confirmed. 2 more missing. Probably dead. Lieutenant Benson is missing. Last seen engaged with multiple zeros northwest of the task force. No radio contact. No parachute seen. No rescue. Missing. That means dead. We all know it. Just haven't made it official yet. Benson. Quiet. Solid. Good pilot. Good man. Gone. I keep thinking about him in the ready room, staring at nothing. Already gone somewhere in his head. Like he knew. like he'd accepted it before it happened. Maybe that's better. Maybe not fighting it makes it easier. I don't know. I don't know anything anymore. Ensign Davis is dead. His plane exploded during the fight. Direct hit from a Zero's cannon. Witnesses saw it. Saw him burn. Saw the wreckage hit the water. No chance. Davis. Young kid. 20 years old. From Ohio. Talked about his mom's cooking. About pheasant hunting. About his dog. Dead at 20. Lieutenant Walker is missing. Ran out of fuel trying to make it back. Ditched in the ocean. Search planes looking, but it's been hours. Cold water. Sharks. Even if he survived the landing. We know. 5 pilots. Gone. Out of 20. 25% casualties. In one mission, VT3 is worse. Much worse. Of 12 TBDs that launched, 2 made it back to the fleet. Only 2. 10 planes lost. 20-something men dead. Few picked up by destroyers. Most went down with their planes. Commander Massey dead. Ensign Patrick dead. Ensign Osmus dead. All of them. All the guys I knew. All the faces. All the voices gone. VT8 from Hornet was wiped out completely. 15 planes, 30 men, all dead. Every single one except Ensign Gay. He's the sole survivor, floating in the water for hours, watching the battle, watching his squadron die. Picked up tonight by a PBY. What's that like? Being the only one? Everyone else dead and you're alive? How do you live with that? I'm starting to understand. The good news, if you can call it good, all 4 Japanese carriers sunk or sinking, confirmed. Akagi, hit by 1 WW, fires spread, abandoned, scuttled by her own destroyers. Kaga, hit by 4 bombs, massive fires, exploded, sank, Soryu. Hit by 3 bombs, fires, sank, Hiryu. Hit by 4 bombs this afternoon, burning, still afloat but done for. Will sink tonight or tomorrow. 4 fleet carriers, the pride of the Japanese Navy, the same carriers that hit Pearl Harbor, gone. We did that. We killed them. The dive bombers mostly, but we helped. We kept the Zeros busy. We protected the bombers long enough to dive. We did our job, and it cost us everything. Yorktown's still afloat. Barely. The fires are out. The flooding is controlled. Damage control saved her, but she's dead in the water, listing 14 degrees, abandoned. The crew evacuated to escorts. They're trying to save her, tow her back to Pearl. But it's bad, really bad. 3 bombs, internal damage, ruptured fuel tanks, flooded compartments. My ship. The ship that brought me from Pearl to Coral Sea to Midway. The ship I called home. She's dying. I stood on Enterprise's flight deck tonight. Looked west. You can see the smoke. Yorktown smoke. Distant. Black against the sunset. She's still there. Still floating. Still fighting. Even now. Even wounded. She won't quit. Neither will we. Intelligence says the Japanese fleet is withdrawing. Heading west. Away from Midway. Away from us. They're beaten. Broken. 4 carriers gone. Their invasion force is pulling back. Midway is safe. The battle's over. We won. But I can't feel it. Can't feel victory. Can only feel the weight, the cost, the faces of men who won't be at breakfast tomorrow. Woody and I talked tonight. Long conversation. About the fight. About what we saw. About VT3. About Benson. He said he keeps hearing the torpedo pilots on the radio. Calling for help. Fighters, where are you? Me too. I hear it too. Over and over. In my head. When I'm quiet. When I try to sleep. We did our best. We fought the Zeros. We protected the bombers. We did everything we could. But it wasn't enough. The torpedo boys still died. All of them. Woody said maybe their sacrifice was worth it. They distracted the Japanese. Drew the Zeros down low. Made them use ammunition. Use fuel. Gave the dive bombers their chance. Maybe that's true. Maybe VT3 died so the dive bombers could kill the carriers. Maybe their deaths meant something. I want to believe that. Want to believe it wasn't for nothing. That they didn't die for nothing. But they're still dead. and belief doesn't bring them back. The ship's surgeon gave me sleeping pills, said I need to rest, said we all do. Tomorrow we'll reform the squadron, get replacement aircraft, prepare for follow-up operations. The war goes on, even after this, even after today. There are still Japanese ships out there, cruisers, battleships, destroyers. The invasion force is retreating, but they're not destroyed. We might hit them tomorrow, or the day after, and beyond that, beyond Midway. There's still years of war, years of fighting, Guadalcanal, probably, more carrier battles, more island invasions, more everything. This was one battle, one day, the biggest day so far, maybe the biggest day of the whole war, but just one day. And I have to keep fighting, keep flying, keep going, because that's the job, that's what we do. Even when I'm so tired I can barely think, even when my hands shake, even when I close my eyes and see them burning, I keep going. I wrote to Sarah tonight, tried to, couldn't find the words. How do you tell someone you love about a day like today, about watching men die, about killing, about being terrified and exhilarated and broken all at once? You can't. So I just wrote, I'm alive, I love you, I'm coming home, that's all that matters, I'm alive, for now, and I love her, and I'm going to try like hell to make it home. That's all I can promise, all anyone can promise. I'm going to take those sleeping pills now, try to rest, try to quiet my mind, try to stop seeing them die. Tomorrow I'll wake up and this will still be real. The victory, the losses, the changed world. Tomorrow I'll be a veteran of the Battle of Midway. Forever. That's what I am now. That's who I am. Not the kid who left Iowa, not the pilot who left Pearl Harbor. Someone different, someone harder, someone who's seen things he can't unsee, known things he can't unknow. Someone who survived while better men died. That's who I am now, and I have to learn to live with it. June 5th, 1942, 2100 hours, USS Enterprise, day after the battle. Another day, still alive, woke up this morning not sure where I was, not on Yorktown, Enterprise, different room, different smells, different sounds. Then I remembered. The battle. Yesterday. All of it. My chest got tight. Couldn't breathe for a minute. Panic, fear, delayed reaction. Woody was there. He grabbed my shoulder, said, "Easy, Jimmy. You're okay. We're okay. We're okay." Are we? Are we really? We're alive. That's something. More than Benson, more than VT3, more than all the guys who went into the water yesterday and never came up. We're alive. The task force is pursuing, chasing the Japanese fleet. They're running west. We're following, trying to finish them off, hit their battleships, their cruisers, sink everything we can. But the main target is gone. Their carriers, sunk. The threat is neutralized. What we're doing now is just cleanup. Just. As if there's anything just about it. As if hunting and killing fleeing ships is simple. Easy. Nothing about this is simple. I flew a search patrol this morning. 4 hours looking for enemy ships. Woody and me. Standard section. Just like always. Except nothing's like always anymore. Everything looks the same. Ocean, sky, clouds, wings, controls, radio, all the same. But it feels different. I feel different. Like there's glass between me and the world. Like I'm watching through a window instead of living. Is this shock? Is this what shock feels like? This numbness? This distance? We found some Japanese ships. Destroyers. A cruiser. Circling. Looking for survivors from the carriers probably. We reported the position. Dove bombers went after them. Don't know if they hit anything. We just watched. Climbed back to altitude. Continued the search. Professional. Detached. Like it was just another day. Landed at noon. Debriefed. Ate lunch. Can't remember what. Tasted like nothing. This afternoon they held a memorial service on the hangar deck. For the dead. For the missing. For everyone we lost. Father O'Brien officiated. He read names. So many names. From VF3, Lieutenant Benson, Ensign Davis, Lieutenant Walker, 2 more unaccounted for. From VT3, Commander Massey, all his pilots, all his crew, name after name after name. From other squadrons, other ships, the list went on forever. Father O'Brien said they died heroes. defending freedom, protecting America, protecting us. It's all true. I believe it. They did die heroes. They died doing their jobs, fighting for something bigger than themselves. But they're still dead. Heroism doesn't make you less dead. Sagthak spoke. He looked tired, older than he did 2 days ago. He said we'd won a great victory, that these men didn't die in vain, that their sacrifice changed the war, changed history, that we have to honor them by continuing the fight, by winning, by making sure their deaths meant something. He's right. I know he's right. But standing there on that hangar deck, listening to those names, all I could think was, why them? Why Benson? Why Massey? Why all the torpedo boys? Why not me? I don't have an answer. Nobody does. It's just chance, luck, fate, whatever you want to call it. Random. Meaningless. The zero that got Benson was just as random as the zero I shot down. The cannon shell that killed Davis was just as random as the one that missed me by inches. Pure chance. Nothing more. That's what I can't accept. That it's random. That there's no reason, no purpose, just chaos and luck and death. There should be a reason. There should be meaning. But maybe there isn't. Maybe that's the truth. That men die randomly, and the only meaning is what we make of it after. I don't know. Can't think about it anymore. Makes my head hurt. Woody and I went to the flight deck tonight. Needed air. Needed space. Watched the sun set. Red and orange. Beautiful. Indifferent. He said Nancy wrote him about wedding plans, about flowers and venues and invitations, about their future, about after the war. He said it feels impossible now. Like that future was a dream. Like the only real thing is this. The war, the fighting, the dying. I understand. Sarah's letters feel the same, like messages from another world. A world I used to live in, a world I'm not sure exists anymore. How do you go back to that? After this, after seeing what we've seen, after doing what we've done? How do you sit on a porch and talk about gardens and weather and normal things when you've watched men burn, when you've killed, when you've been killed at and survived by pure chance? How do you pretend to be normal again? I don't know. Don't know if it's possible. Don't know if that version of me even exists anymore. Maybe this is who I am now, forever, a fighter pilot, a killer, a survivor, someone who carries the weight of dead men, someone who can't sleep without seeing them die. Maybe that's all I'll ever be. Word came this evening. Yorktown's still afloat, still being towed, slow, painful, but moving. Heading east, back toward Pearl. Damage control parties reboarded her, working to keep her afloat, pumping water, shoring bulkheads, fighting for every foot. She might make it. Against all odds, against all expectations, she might survive. That gives me hope. If Yorktown can survive 3 bombs, listing, flooding, fire, and still be towed home, maybe I can survive this too. Maybe I can make it through. Come out the other side, still myself, still whole. Maybe. VF3 is reforming. We're getting replacement pilots, kids straight from training, fresh, eager, untested. They don't know, don't understand. They think it's glory and honor and adventure. They don't know about the fear, the chaos, the random death, the weight that never goes away. They'll learn, soon enough. They'll learn. I'm supposed to help train them. Me, a veteran now. 24 years old and a veteran. 5 days ago, I was just another pilot. Now I'm experienced. Now I'm one of the old hands. Because I survived. That's all it takes. Survive one big battle and you're a veteran. Doesn't matter if you feel like one. Doesn't matter if you understand anything. You survived. That makes you qualified. That makes you someone the new guys should listen to. God help them. What do I tell them? How do I prepare them? What wisdom do I have? Stay in formation. Trust your wingman. Watch your fuel. Don't dogfight zeros. Use the weave. And pray. Pray you're lucky. Pray you're good enough. Pray you don't end up on a casualty list. That's all the wisdom I've got. Stay alive. Try to survive. Hope it's enough. Not exactly inspiring, but it's the truth. Tomorrow we continue the search, continue the pursuit, continue the war. The Battle of Midway is over. But the war goes on, still years ahead, still battles to fight, still missions to fly. Still chances to die. I need to sleep, need to try. Took the pills again, they help. A little. Let me sleep a few hours before the dreams start. Dreams of burning planes, of voices calling for help, of Benson's empty eyes, of the ocean full of bodies. I wake up gasping, sweating, heart pounding every time. But a few hours sleep is better than none. Better than lying awake all night seeing it all again. Better. Not good, but better. I'm alive. That's what matters. I'm alive and Woody's alive, and we have to keep going. We have to honor the dead by living, by fighting, by winning. We have to make their sacrifice mean something. That's the burden. That's the weight we carry. The weight of the dead. The responsibility to make it matter. I don't know if I'm strong enough. Don't know if anyone is. But I'm going to try. Going to wake up tomorrow and do it again. And the day after. And the day after. Until this war is over. Until we've won. Until I can go home. Until I can see Sarah again, hold her, tell her I kept my promise, tell her I came back. That's all I want. All I need, just to go home, to be done with this, to put it behind me, to be normal again, if that's even possible. If there is such a thing as normal after this. I guess I'll find out, someday, if I survive that long. June 6th, 1942, 2200 hours. USS Enterprise. Day 3 after the battle. Still processing, still trying to make sense of it all. Flew 2 patrols today. Morning and afternoon. Empty ocean. No contacts. The Japanese fleet is gone. Fled west. Out of range. We're returning to Pearl. The pursuit is over. We hurt them bad. Damaged a cruiser. Sank a destroyer. But the main force escaped. Doesn't matter. The important work was done on June 4th. 4 carriers sunk. Japan's offensive capability broken. They'll never recover from this. We won. Strategically, tactically, completely. I wish it felt like winning. Woody's been quieter each day. He talks less, smiles less, sits in the ready room staring, just like Benson did before. I'm worried about him. Asked if he's okay. He said fine, but his eyes say otherwise. His eyes say he's somewhere else. Somewhere I can't reach. Is this what happens? You survive and you slowly shut down, slowly drift away, until you're a ghost in your own body? I don't want that, don't want to become that, but I can feel it happening, the distance growing, the numbness spreading. Is this how you cope? By not feeling, by shutting it all away? Maybe. Maybe that's the only way through. The new replacement pilots arrived today, 3 of them, fresh from flight school, Ensign Matthews, Ensign Rodriguez, Ensign Chen. They look like kids. They probably are kids, 20, 21, younger than me by 3 or 4 years. But the gap feels like decades. They're excited, nervous, eager to prove themselves, eager to get into combat. They have no idea. Siag Thak assigned me to help train them, teach them tactics, teach them how to survive. I took them to the ready room, set up the models, explained the Thak weave, explained boom and zoom, explained fuel management, explained everything I could think of. They listened, took notes, asked questions, good questions, smart kids. Then Matthews asked how many zeros I'd shot down, how many kills, 4 confirmed, probably 5. From the battle and before. He looked impressed, said that was amazing, said he hoped he could be that good. I didn't know what to say, didn't know how to tell him that killing 4 zeros doesn't mean you're good, it means you're lucky. It means you survived when you should have died. It means nothing except you're still breathing. Didn't know how to tell him that the kills don't matter. The men who died matter. The weight you carry matters. The fear and the guilt and the nightmares matter. The kills are just numbers. They don't mean anything. But I couldn't say that. So I just said, keep your head on a swivel. Trust your wingman. Stay alive. He nodded. Like he understood. But he doesn't. He can't. Not until he's been there. Not until he's seen it. Give him a few weeks, a few missions. Then he'll understand. Then his eyes will look like Woody's, like mine. Then he'll be one of us, the ones who know. I got a letter today, from Sarah, written weeks ago, before Midway, before everything. She wrote about spring, about planting the garden, about helping at the library, about her mother's birthday. Normal things, happy things. She said she misses me. Asks when I'm coming home. Says she prays for me every night. I read it 3 times, trying to remember that world, that life, that version of me who existed when she wrote it. Can't quite reach it. Can't quite remember what it felt like to be that person, to care about gardens and libraries and birthdays. That world seems impossible now, like a story, like something that happened to someone else. But I wrote back, told her I'm fine, told her I'm safe, told her I love her, told her I'm coming home soon. All lies. Except the love part. That's true. That'll always be true. But fine. Safe. Coming home soon? Don't know if any of that's true. Don't know if I'll ever really be fine again. Don't know if anywhere is safe. Don't know when or if I'll make it home. Just wrote what she needs to hear, what I need to believe. Maybe if I say it enough, it'll become true. Intelligence briefing this afternoon. Big picture. Strategic situation. Midway changes everything. Before this battle, Japan was advancing, pushing east, threatening Hawaii, maybe even the west coast. Now they're stopped. Their offensive capability is broken. 4 carriers sunk. Hundreds of planes lost. Hundreds of experienced pilots dead. Irreplaceable losses. They can't replace the carriers for years. Can't replace the pilots maybe ever. The men they lost at Midway had been flying combat since 1937. 5 years of experience gone. They'll stay on the defensive now. We'll take the offensive. Push them back. Island by island, battle by battle. We won the war at Midway. Maybe. The war will go on for years. But we won the initiative. We broke their momentum. All because of June 4th. All because of those pilots. The bombers who dove. The torpedo pilots who died. The fighters who protected them. All because of men like Benson. Like Massey. Like all the faces on that casualty list. They won the war. They changed history. With their blood. With their sacrifice. I hope it was worth it. I hope they'd think it was worth it. I hope someday I'll believe it was worth it. Right now I just feel empty. Hollowed out. Like something vital was scooped out. And I'm just functioning. Just going through motions. Is this temporary? Is this shock wearing off or is this permanent? Is this who I am now? I don't know. Nobody talks about it. We all just keep going, keep flying, keep fighting, like nothing happened. Like we didn't just watch hundreds of men die. Like we're fine, like we're still whole. Maybe that's how you cope. Pretend. Keep pretending until it becomes real, until you believe your own act. Maybe someday I'll believe I'm fine, that I'm okay, that I survived and that's enough. Maybe. News came tonight. Yorktown sinking. A Japanese submarine found her, torpedoed her. 2 hits. Also sank the destroyer escorting her. Haman destroyer DD-412. Yorktown's listing badly. Taking on water. Damage control can't save her this time. The crew's being evacuated. Again. She'll sink tonight or tomorrow morning. But she's done. This time for good. My ship. The ship I called home for 8 months. The ship that brought me through Coral Sea and Midway, gone. I watched from Enterprise's flight deck. Can't see her from here, too far. But I watched anyway. Watched the direction, the darkness, where she is, where she's dying. It hurts, more than I expected. She's just steel and rivets and compartments. Just a machine. But she was home. She was ours. She took 3 bombs and kept fighting, launched planes, fought back, survived, almost made it back, but not quite. The submarine got her, in the end, when she was helpless, when she couldn't fight back. It feels wrong. She deserved better. After everything, after surviving so much, she deserved to make it home. But she didn't. Neither did Benson, neither did hundreds of others. Deserve doesn't matter. Fair doesn't matter. You fight and you live, or you die and that's it. Yorktown fought. Yorktown died. That's the truth. I'll miss her. We all will. She was a good ship, a tough ship. She never quit, even at the end, even sinking. She fought until she couldn't anymore. That's all any of us can do. Fight until we can't. Hope it's enough. Hope we make a difference. Yorktown made a difference. She helped win the Battle of Midway, helped change the war, helped save Hawaii, maybe saved America. That's worth something. That's worth everything. I'm going to sleep now. Try to sleep. The pills help, but not enough. Never enough. Tomorrow we continue steaming east, back toward Pearl, back toward rest, back toward whatever comes next. Guadalcanal, probably. That's the scuttlebutt. The next big operation, an island in the Solomons, will invade. Take it from the Japanese, use it as a base to push them back. More fighting, more dying, more missions, more chances to end up on a casualty list. The war goes on. It doesn't stop for grief, doesn't stop for exhaustion, doesn't stop for anything. We just keep going, keep flying, keep fighting, until it's over, until we've won, until we can go home, or until we can't anymore. June 7th, 1942, 1300 hours. USS Enterprise en route to Pearl Harbor, 4 days after, still alive. Yorktown sank this morning, 0600 hours. Rolled over. Went down bow first, slipped under, gone. 250 men died with her, trapped below, in sealed compartments, going down with the ship. I didn't know most of them. Ship's company, engineers, cooks, damage control. The men who kept her running, who kept her fighting, they died trying to save her, died doing their jobs, just like the pilots, just like everyone else. 250 more names, 250 more families getting telegrams, 250 more holes in the world. This war is just holes, everywhere you look, empty spaces where people used to be. The memorial service was this afternoon, on Enterprise's hangar deck. Father O'Brien read the names, all of them. VF3, VT3, Yorktown crew, everyone. It took over an hour, just reading names. That's how many we lost. That's the cut. C.A.G. Thack spoke again. Said the same things. Heroes, sacrifice, victory. Honor their memory. Fight on. True. All true. But the words feel empty now, worn out, said too many times, to too many dead. At some point words stop meaning anything. At some point there's just the silence after. The absence, the empty chairs, the missing faces. That's real. That means something. The absence. Everything else is just words. I stood there listening and felt nothing, just numb, just empty, like I've been emptied out and there's nothing left to feel. Is this wrong? Should I feel more? Should I be grieving? Should I be crying? I don't know. Can't cry anymore. Tried last night. Nothing came. Just dry. Just hollow. Maybe I'm broken. Maybe that's what happens. You see too much death and something breaks inside and you just stop feeling. Maybe that's for the best. Maybe feeling would be worse. Maybe numbness is how you survive. I don't know. Don't know anything anymore. Woody hasn't spoken in 2 days. Not a word. He eats, he flies, he functions, but he doesn't talk, doesn't make eye contact, just stares. At nothing. At everything. I tried to reach him this morning, said his name, put my hand on his shoulder. He looked at me like he'd forgotten who I was, then looked away, back to staring. He's gone, not dead, but gone. Somewhere I can't follow. Somewhere inside his own head. Is that better than this? Better than numbness? At least he's feeling something, even if it's too much, even if it's drowning him. At least he's still there. Somewhere. I don't know where I am anymore. The new pilots are settling in. Matthews, Rodriguez, Chen. They're eager, asking questions, wanting to learn, wanting to fly combat. They don't understand yet, don't know what they're asking for. I took them up this morning. Training flight, basic maneuvers, formation flying, the weave. They're good. Quick learners, natural pilots. They'll do fine. Until they don't. Until their luck runs out. Until their name's on a list. But maybe they'll make it. Maybe they'll be lucky. Maybe they'll survive this war and go home and have families and grow old and forget. Maybe. Or maybe in a few weeks they'll be dead and I'll be standing at another memorial service listening to their names and feeling nothing. I don't know which is worse. Hoping they'll make it knowing they probably won't, or accepting they'll die and not letting myself care. Both seem cruel, both seem wrong, but one of them is reality. One of them is how this works. I'm starting to think it's the second one. Accept they'll die. Don't get attached. Don't let yourself care. That's how veterans survive. Not physically, emotionally. They stop caring, stop feeling, stop letting people in. because caring hurts too much when they die, and they always die. Eventually, the math doesn't lie, so you stop, you shut down, you become numb, you become what I am becoming. Is that wrong? Is that cowardice? Protecting yourself by not caring? Or is that survival? The only way through? I don't know. Don't know if there's a right answer. All I know is I'm tired. So tired. Not physically. Deeper than that. Soul tired. Bone tired. Tired of death. Tired of fear. Tired of carrying weight that never gets lighter. Tired of being scared. Of killing. Of surviving. Of feeling guilty for surviving. Just tired. We reach Pearl in 3 days. Then stand down, rest, refit, get replacement aircraft, integrate the new pilots, train, then back out, back to war. Guadalcanal probably. Next big operation. More fighting, more death, more names on lists. The cycle continues, forever, until the war ends, or until you end. Whichever comes first. I got another letter from Sarah today. She's worried. Says my last letter sounded different, sounded distant. Asks if I'm okay. No, I'm not okay. I'm not anything. I'm just here. Just existing. Just going through motions. But I can't tell her that. Can't put that in a letter. Can't make her carry that weight too. So I'll write back. Tell her I'm fine. Just tired. Just busy. Tell her I love her. Tell her I'm coming home. Keep lying. Keep pretending. Keep protecting her from the truth. That's love, isn't it? Protecting someone from reality, carrying the weight alone so they don't have to? Or is that just more cowardice? More running? More refusing to be honest? I don't know anymore. Don't know anything except I'm here and she's there, and the distance between us is more than miles. It's experience, it's knowledge, it's things I can't unlearn, things I can't share, things that separate us forever. Even if I make it home, even if I survive this war. I'll never really be home. Not the way I was. Not the person she's waiting for. That person died at Midway. Along with Benson. Along with VT3. Along with everyone else. What comes home, if anything does, will be someone different. Someone harder. Someone hollowed out. Someone who's seen too much. Done too much. Survived too much. Will she still love that person? Will I? I don't know. Don't know if that person is worth loving. Don't know if that person is worth anything. All I know is I'm changing. Every day, every mission, every death. Changing into something else. Something colder. Something empty. And I don't know how to stop it. Don't know if I should stop it. Maybe this is how you survive. Maybe this is the price. Lose yourself to save yourself. Die inside to stay alive outside. Maybe that's the bargain. Maybe that's the only way through. Father O'Brien found me tonight. On the flight deck, staring at the ocean. He asked if I wanted to talk. I said no. What's there to talk about? What's there to say? Men died. I lived. The war continues. That's all there is. He said sometimes it helps to talk, to process, to grieve. I said I'm fine, I'm processing, I'm dealing with it. He looked at me for a long moment, then he said, Lieutenant Morrison, you're not fine. None of you are fine, and that's okay. That's normal. That's what happens after what you've been through. I didn't say anything. What could I say? He said grief takes time, healing takes time, that I shouldn't expect to be okay right away, that it's okay to not be okay. I nodded, said thank you, said I appreciated it, but the truth is I don't believe him. Don't believe there's healing from this. Don't believe time makes it better. You just learn to live with it. The weight, the memories, the faces, the guilt. You don't heal, you just get used to being broken. That's what I'm learning. That's what Midway taught me. Some things don't heal, some wounds don't close, some weight never gets lighter. You just carry it, forever, until you die. That's all. The sun's going down now. Red sky, calm sea, beautiful. Like nothing happened. Like the world doesn't care, and it doesn't. The world keeps turning, the sun keeps rising and setting, the ocean keeps rolling. Men die and the world doesn't notice, doesn't care, doesn't change. Only we change. Only we carry the weight. Only we remember. That's the burden. That's the responsibility, to remember, to carry them, to make sure their deaths mattered. That's what I have to do. Remember Benson, remember VTT3, remember all of them. Keep their names, keep their faces, keep their stories, as long as I live. That's what I owe them. That's what survives death. Memory. So I'll remember. I'll carry them. Every day, every mission, every breath, until I die, or until this war ends. Whichever comes first, that's my promise, that's my burden, that's my mission now. Remember the dead, honor them by living, by fighting, by not giving up, even when I want to, even when I'm tired, even when I'm empty. Keep going, keep fighting, keep remembering. That's all I can do. That's all any of us can do. So I will. June 8th, 1942, 1900 hours. USS Enterprise, approaching Pearl Harbor. 5 days after. Still here, still breathing. We raised Oahu this afternoon. Diamond Head on the horizon, green mountains, white beaches, paradise. Like nothing bad could ever happen there. Except it did. 6 months ago. December 7th, Pearl Harbor, the Arizona, over 1,000 men entombed in her hull, still there, still down there, still dead. That's where this started, where we started losing, where the war began for real. And now we're coming back. After Midway, after stopping them, after winning, full circle. Sort of. The harbor looks different though. More ships, more activity. Repair yards working around the clock. Arizona's still there, just her superstructure above water. A tomb, a monument, a reminder. That's what she is now, not a ship, a memory, a warning, a promise. We won't forget, we won't forgive. We won't stop until it's finished. That's what the Arizona means. That's what all the dead mean. We dock tomorrow morning, stand down for 72 hours. 3 days. Rest, repair, rearm. Then back to training, then back to war. 3 days to try to be human again, to try to feel something besides numb, to try to remember what normal was like. I don't think 3 days is enough. Don't think 3 years would be enough. But it's what we've got. CEA Thak addressed the squadron this afternoon. Final words before we dock, before we disperse. He said we did good, did our jobs. Should be proud. We helped win the most important naval battle of the war, maybe of all time. 4 carriers sunk, enemy offensive stopped, turning point achieved. He said the men we'd lost didn't die in vain. Their sacrifice changed history, changed the war, saved lives, maybe saved the war itself. He said we have to honor them by continuing, by not giving up, by seeing this through to the end. He's right. Everything he said is right. True, important, but standing there listening, I felt nothing. Just empty, just tired. I know I should feel proud, should feel accomplished, should feel something besides this hollow ache, but I don't. Can't. The numbness has spread too far, taken over too much. Maybe later, maybe after rest, maybe after time, maybe then I'll feel something besides this. Or maybe not. Maybe this is permanent. Maybe this is who I am now. The pilot who survived Midway but lost something in the surviving. Something that doesn't grow back. Woody's still not talking. 5 days of silence. He eats, he sleeps, he functions. But nothing else. The flight surgeon checked him out, said he's in shock. Acute stress reaction, needs rest, needs time, needs help. They're sending him to the hospital in Pearl. Psychiatric evaluation, treatment. Maybe a few weeks, maybe longer. He's done flying for now, maybe forever. I don't know how I feel about that. Relieved he'll be safe, guilty I'm not broken enough to stop, envious he gets to leave. All of it. None of it. Don't know. They asked if I needed evaluation too, if I was having symptoms, nightmares, flashbacks, difficulty coping. I said no. Said I'm fine. Said I'm handling it. They believed me, or they needed to believe me. Either way, I'm cleared. I'm flying. That's good, right? That means I'm okay, that I'm strong enough, that I'm handling it, right? Or does it mean I'm just better at hiding it? Better at lying, better at pretending I'm fine when I'm not? Don't know. Don't care. Just know I'm flying. I'm continuing. I'm doing my job. That's all that matters. Do the job. Complete the mission. Win the war. Everything else is secondary. The new pilots are excited about Pearl, about liberty, about seeing the sights, about having fun. I remember being like that. Seems like a lifetime ago. Was it really just weeks ago I was excited about shore leave? About seeing new places? That person is gone, replaced by this. Whatever this is. whoever this is. I'm 24 years old, feel 50, feel ancient, feel like I've lived 10 lifetimes in the past week. Maybe I have. Maybe that's what combat does. Ages you. Not your body, your soul, your spirit, whatever makes you you. It ages that, burns through it, uses it up, until you're old at 24, tired at 24, done at 24. Is that what happened? Am I done? Am I used up? Or do I still have something left, something to give, something worth salvaging? I don't know. Can't tell anymore. Can't see myself clearly. Can't see anything clearly. Everything's fog. Everything's distance. Everything's through glass. I'm here, but I'm not here. I'm present, but I'm absent. I'm alive, but I'm not really living. That's the truth. That's what Midway did. Killed part of me. The part that felt things. The part that was alive. Left me technically living. Technically functioning. But not really there. Is that survivable? Can you keep going like this? Half dead? Half alive? I guess I'll find out. Don't have another option. Can't quit. Can't stop. Can't give up. Just have to keep going. Keep pretending. Keep functioning until something changes. Until I'm really dead or really alive again. Whichever comes first. I'm going to mail these diary entries when we dock. Send them somewhere safe. Not home. Can't risk Sarah finding them. Can't risk anyone reading them while I'm still alive. Maybe send them to my dad. Tell him to keep them somewhere. Don't read them. Just keep them safe. In case. In case I don't make it. In case something happens. In case someone wants to know what Midway was really like. Not the glory, not the victory. The truth, the fear, the death, the cost. That's what these pages are. The truth. No filter, no censorship, no pretending. Just what it was. What it is. What it does to you. Maybe someone should know. Maybe someone should read them someday. When I'm gone. When it doesn't matter anymore. Maybe then it'll mean something. Maybe then someone will understand. Or maybe no one will ever read them. Maybe they'll sit in a box somewhere and rot. Maybe that's better. Maybe some truth shouldn't be shared, shouldn't be known, shouldn't be spoken. Maybe this is one of them. I don't know. Don't know anything anymore. Just know I have to write it. Have to document it. Have to get it out of my head and onto paper. That's the only thing keeping me sane. If I'm even sane anymore. If sanity even means anything after what I've seen. The harbor's getting closer. I can see details now. Ships, piers, cranes, buildings, people, life, normal life, continuing. Like nothing happened. Like we didn't just fight the biggest naval battle in history. Like hundreds of men didn't die. Like the world didn't change. But it did. The world changed. We changed it. At Midway, on June 4th, 1942, and nothing will ever be the same. For anyone, for anything. That's what we did. That's what it cost. That's what victory means. Everything changes. Nothing goes back. You move forward or you die. Those are the only options. So we'll move forward. We'll keep fighting. We'll win this war, eventually, somehow. And maybe someday, years from now, when it's all over, I'll look back on these entries and remember. Remember what it was like. Remember who I was. Remember Midway. Remember the battle that changed everything, including me. Or maybe I'll never look back. Maybe I'll burn these pages. Maybe I'll try to forget. Maybe that's better. Maybe memory is overrated. Maybe forgetting is how you survive the after. I don't know. Won't know until then. Until after. Until it's over. For now, I just keep going, keep flying, keep fighting, keep surviving. That's all I can do. That's all any of us can do. Survive. Remember, honor the dead, win the war. In that order. Always in that order. That's my mission now. That's my purpose. That's what I owe them. Benson, Massey, VT3. Everyone. All the names on those lists. I'll remember you. I'll carry you. I'll make sure you mattered. I promise. That's the only promise I can keep. The only promise that means anything. I'll remember. I'll honor. I'll survive. For all of you. For all of us. Until this war is over. Until we've won. Until I can finally rest. Until then, I keep going. Always going. Always fighting. Always remembering. That's what Midway taught me. That's what I learned. You don't stop. You don't quit. You don't forget. You just keep going. No matter what. No matter how hard. No matter how much it costs. You keep going. And somehow, some way, that's enough. It has to be. June 10th, 1942. 2200 hours. Bachelor officer quarters, Pearl Harbor. I'm ashore. First time in 2 weeks. First time since we sortied. First time since everything changed. It feels wrong, surreal, like I don't belong here. Like I shouldn't be walking on solid ground, sleeping in a real bed, being safe. Like I should still be out there, on Yorktown. Except Yorktown's gone, sunk, at the bottom of the Pacific. Like I should be dead, like Benson, like all the others. But I'm not. I'm here, in Pearl Harbor, in officers' quarters, in a room with a door that locks and a bed that doesn't move and silence that's too loud. I can't sleep. Too quiet, too still. The room doesn't rock, doesn't vibrate, doesn't smell like fuel and hydraulic fluid and men. It smells clean, fresh, empty. I hate it. We docked this morning, 0800, tied up at Ford Island, the whole task force. Enterprise, Hornet, escorts, home, safe, victorious. There was a crowd, cheering, waving flags, a band playing, officers, admirals, press photographers, everyone celebrating. The heroes of Midway returning. It felt hollow, fake, like a performance, like we were supposed to smile and wave and be happy. But I couldn't smile, couldn't wave, couldn't feel anything but tired. Ag Thak gave a speech, brief, professional, said we did our duty, accomplished our mission, should be proud. Then we were dismissed. 72 hours liberty, 3 days, go, rest, recover, be ready to return. I walked off the ship, down the gangway, onto solid ground. My legs felt strange. The world wasn't moving, wasn't swaying, static, wrong. I stood there for a minute. Just stood there, not sure where to go, what to do, how to be normal. Someone grabbed my arm, an officer I didn't recognize. Congratulations, he said. Hell of a job, hell of a victory. Welcome home. I nodded, said thank you. Didn't feel like I'd done anything worth congratulating. Didn't feel like I'd come home. Home is Iowa. Home is Sarah. This is just Pearl Harbor. Just another temporary stop. Just another place to wait between battles. But I said thank you, because that's what you do. You smile. You nod. You pretend you're okay. You don't burden strangers with truth. They processed us. Medical checks, debriefs, paperwork, assignments to quarters, the machinery of the military. Continuing, indifferent, efficient. I answered questions, filled out forms, followed instructions, on autopilot, not really there. They asked if I needed anything. Medical attention, counseling, help. No, I'm fine, I'm good, thank you. They believed me, or they needed pilots more than truth. Either way, they let me go. I got my Liberty card, my room assignment, my papers, go. Enjoy Pearl Harbor, be back Sunday night. I went to BOQ, Bachelor Officer Quarters, checked in, got my room key, walked upstairs, down a hallway, found my door, unlocked it, entered. A bed, a desk, a chair, a window, a closet, a bathroom, clean, simple, empty. I put my bag down, sat on the bed, stared at the wall. How long did I sit there? An hour? 2? Don't know. Time disappeared. Just sat, just stared, just existed. Finally got up, had to move, had to do something. Went out, walked around Pearl. It's beautiful. Tropical, warm, green, palm trees, flowers, ocean, paradise. But all I could see was December 7th, the smoke, the burning ships, the Arizona. Walked to the memorial. The Arizona Memorial. They've marked where she is, where she went down, where the men are still entombed. Stood there for a long time, looking at the water, at the oil still seeping up, still bleeding. 6 months later, still dying. 1,000 men down there, still at their posts, still on duty, forever. They died fast, most of them. Explosion, fire, drowning, quick, relatively. Better than burning, better than drowning slowly, better than a lot of ways to die, but still dead, still gone, still never going home. Is that better than what happened to VT3? Better than knowing it's coming? Better than that slow approach, that long run toward death? I don't know. Don't know which is worse. Quick or slow, knowing or not knowing. Both end the same. Dead is dead. The method doesn't matter. The result is identical. Gone. Just gone. Nothing left but memory, and oil slicks, and names on lists. I left the memorial, walked to the officers' club, needed a drink, needed noise, needed people, needed something besides silence and thoughts. The club was full, officers everywhere, drinking, laughing, celebrating, Midway, victory. The turn of the war. I got a whiskey, sat at the bar, drank, ordered another, drank that too. Didn't help, didn't feel anything. Just drank, just sat, just watched others celebrate something I couldn't feel. A pilot from Enterprise sat next to me, Lieutenant Patterson, dive bomber pilot. He was at Midway too, made the strike that hit Kaga, saw her burn, saw her explode. He was drunk, happy drunk, celebrating, talking about the dive, about the hit, about watching the carrier burn, about the victory. I listened, didn't say much, just listened, nursed my drink, tried to feel what he felt. Couldn't, just felt numb, just felt tired, just felt wrong. He asked how many I got, how many zeros, kills, 4, maybe 5. Hell of a tally, he said. Hell of a pilot, should be proud, should be celebrating. Yeah, should be. He asked what squadron, VF3, Yorktown. His face changed. Oh, Yorktown, she sank, right? Submarine got her. Yeah, she sank. Went down this morning. Sorry, man. Hell of a ship. Fought hard. Bad luck. Yeah, bad luck. Uncomfortable silence. He drank. I drank. Neither of us knew what to say. Finally, he said, "At least you made it. That's what counts. You survived. You'll fly again. You'll get more. Yeah. At least I made it." He moved on, found other pilots, other celebrations, other conversations that didn't make him uncomfortable. I stayed at the bar, kept drinking, whiskey after whiskey, trying to feel something, anything, trying to drown the numbness, or embrace it, not sure which. Didn't work, just made me tired, dizzy, sick. Walked back to BOQ, late, past midnight. Streets empty, just me and the darkness and the sound of the ocean. Came back to my room, this room, sat on this bed, started writing. That was hours ago. Don't know what time it is now. Don't care, can't sleep anyway. Tomorrow I'm supposed to relax, enjoy liberty, see the sights, have fun, be normal. But I don't know how. Don't remember what normal is. Don't remember what fun feels like. All I know is this emptiness, this distance, this fog between me and the world. Is this temporary? Is this just shock? Is this just adjustment? Or is this permanent? Is this who I am now? Is this what surviving does to you? I don't know. Nobody talks about it. Nobody admits they feel this way. Everyone just pretends, smiles, celebrates, moves on. Maybe they don't feel this way. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm broken in a way they're not. Or maybe everyone feels this way and we're all just pretending. All just acting normal. All just going through motions until the act becomes real. I don't know which is true. Don't know which is worse. I wrote to Sarah tonight. Before I started this entry, tried to write something real, something honest, something true. Couldn't find the words. Couldn't bridge the gap between what I feel and what I can say. So I wrote the same lies. I'm fine. I'm safe. I'm resting. I love you. I'm coming home. Maybe if I write it enough times, it'll become true. Maybe if I pretend long enough, I'll forget I'm pretending. Maybe. I sealed the letter, addressed it. I'll mail it tomorrow. She'll get it in a week or two. Read it. Believe it. Keep waiting. Keep waiting for someone who might not exist anymore. Someone who died at Midway. Someone who's not coming back even if his body does. Is that fair to her? Is that cruel? Should I tell her the truth? Should I let her go? Should I free her from waiting for someone who's gone? I don't know. Don't know if honesty is kinder or crueler. Don't know if truth helps or hurts. All I know is I can't tell her, can't write those words, can't break her heart from 9,000 miles away. So I lie. And she waits. And maybe someday it won't be a lie. Maybe someday I'll be fine. Maybe someday I'll be the person she's waiting for. Or maybe that person is gone forever. Maybe all that's left is this shell, this ghost, this survivor. Maybe that's who comes home, if anyone does. And maybe that's not enough. Maybe that's not fair. Maybe that's not what anyone deserves. But it's all I've got. It's all that's left. It's all I can offer. A survivor. Broken. Empty. Changed. Take it or leave it. That's the choice. That's the reality. That's what Midway costs. That's what victory means. Everything changes. Everyone changes. Nothing goes back. That's the truth they don't tell you. That's the price they don't mention. You can win the battle and still lose yourself. You can survive and still be gone. That's what happened to me. That's what I learned. Victory isn't glory. It's weight. It's cost. It's carrying the dead forever. And I'll carry them. Benson, VT3, everyone. I'll carry them all. Until I die or until I learn to live with it. Whichever comes first, that's my burden, my responsibility, my mission. Carry them, remember them, honor them, live for them. That's all I can do. That's all I have left. So I will. Every day, every mission, every breath, I'll remember. I'll carry. I'll honor. Until the war ends. Until I can rest. Until I can finally let go. If I ever can. If that's even possible anymore. June 11th, 1942. Evening, Pearl Harbor, last entry, for now. Tomorrow we return to duty, back to Enterprise, back to training, back to preparing for the next operation. Guadalcanal. It's coming, soon, more fighting, more dying, more missions. The war continues, doesn't stop for rest, doesn't stop for recovery, doesn't stop for anything. So neither can I, neither can we. We just keep going. Today I walked around Pearl, tried to be normal, tried to enjoy liberty, tried to remember what life was like before, couldn't. That life is gone, that person is gone. All that's left is this. Whatever this is. I saw Woody at the hospital. They let me visit for an hour. He looked better, cleaner, rested, but still distant, still somewhere else. The doctors say he'll be okay, eventually, with time, with treatment, with rest. He's out of flying, permanently, medical discharge. They're sending him home, to Nancy, to California, to civilian life, away from the war, away from all this. I should be happy for him. He's getting out, he's safe, he'll survive, he'll have a life. But all I felt was envy, pure selfish envy. He gets to leave, he gets to stop, he gets to heal, and I have to stay, have to keep flying, have to keep fighting, keep carrying the weight. Is that fair? Is that right? He broke and gets to leave. I didn't break enough and have to stay. What kind of system is that? What kind of logic? But that's how it works. You fly until you can't, until you break, until you die. Those are the options. Woody broke. So he's done. He's free. Lucky him. I'm still functional, still flying, still useful. So I stay. I fight. I continue. Until I break too. Or until I die. Whichever comes first. That's my future. That's all there is. Keep going until I can't. Then either die or break. Nothing else. No third option. No escape. No relief. Just forward. Always forward. Into more missions. More battles. More chances to end up like Benson. That's the bargain. That's the price. That's what service means. You give everything. Everything you are. Everything you have. Everything you might become. You give it all. Until there's nothing left. Until you're used up. Until you're done. And then maybe, if you're lucky, if you're broken enough, you get to go home. Get to stop. Get to rest. Or you die and you don't have to worry about it anymore. Don't have to carry anything. Don't have to remember. Both seem peaceful. Both seem like relief. Better than this. Better than the middle ground. Better than being alive but not living. Functional but not whole. Better than surviving. Which isn't the same as living. Not even close. I'm learning that. That's what these weeks have taught me. Surviving and living are different things. You can do one without the other. I'm surviving. Technically. My heart beats. My lungs work. My body functions. But I'm not living. Not really. Not like before. Not like I remember. That stopped at Midway, on June 4th, when I watched VT3 die, when I realized death was random, and meaning was invented, and survival was luck. That's when living stopped, when surviving started. when I became this, whatever this is, and I don't know how to start living again. Don't know if it's even possible. Don't know if I want to. Maybe surviving is enough. Maybe that's all we get during war. Just survival. Just function. Just going through motions until it's over. Maybe living comes later. After. If there is an after. If we make it that long. Maybe. Or maybe some of us never learn how to live again. Never recover. Never heal. Just keep surviving until we die. 20 years later. 50 years later. Still carrying the weight. Still seeing the faces. Still there. Is that a life? Is that living? Or is that just extended dying? Slow death over decades instead of seconds? I don't know. Won't know until I'm there. Until after, if I get there. For now, I just survive. Just function. Just prepare for tomorrow. For the next mission. For whatever comes next. That's all I can do. That's all any of us can do who are still flying. Still fighting. Still here. Survive. Remember. Honor. Continue. Those are our orders. Our mission, our purpose, our entire existence. Nothing else matters. Nothing else is real. Just that. Just the mission. Just the fight. Just until it ends. However long that takes. However much it costs. However many of us it uses up. We keep going. We don't stop. We don't quit. We don't break. Not if we can help it. We fly. We fight. We survive. We remember. That's what we do. That's who we are. That's all we are now. Pilots. Warriors, survivors, carriers of the dead. That's my identity now. That's all I am. A pilot who survived Midway, who carries Benson, who remembers VT3, who honors the dead by continuing. Nothing more, nothing less. Just that. Just a survivor. Of the Battle of Midway, June 4th, 1942, the turning point of the Pacific War, the battle that changed everything, including me, the battle I'll carry forever until I die or until I learn to live with it. Whichever comes first, that's my story, that's my truth, that's what these pages contain, the truth about Midway. Not the glory, not the victory, the quotes, the weight, the aftermath, what it really was, what it really did, what it really means, to survive, to carry, to remember, to continue. That's what Midway taught me, that's what I learned, that's what I'll carry forever. My name is James Morrison, Lieutenant Junior Grade, United States Navy, VF3, USS Yorktown, Survivor. This is my diary, my witness, my testimony, my truth. I was there. I saw it. I survived it. I remember it. And I'll never forget, never stop carrying them, never stop honoring them, never stop fighting for them. That's my promise, my mission, my purpose, my life now. Remember the dead, honor their sacrifice, win the war, come home, in that order, always. That's what I owe them. That's what I'll give them. Every day, every mission, every breath, until it's over, until we've won, until I can finally rest. Until then, I fly, I fight, I survive, I remember. That's all. That's everything. That's who I am now. A pilot, a fighter, a survivor, a witness to the Battle of Midway, June 4th, 1942, the day that changed the war and changed me forever. The end.